Dude, we're fucked. We are so fucked.
Democrats own what happened today. I am devastated. My kids have called panicking. All the kids of every conservative in the country called panicking. Just because you speak your mind on an issue doesn't mean you get shot.
Then by that logic, do Republicans own the shooting of the 2 Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota?
Ah, shit! Demonizing your opponents like this will lead to terrorism. It's 100% conclusive. By the way, have you heard about the communist Democrats and their plan to destroy America? Apparently, Dick Masterson feels like he's got the guy. Speaking of engaging in, like, hunting these guys down, I saw Dick post this. Charlie Kirk is coming to my college tomorrow. I really hope someone evaporates him, literally. Let's just say something big will happen tomorrow. It's like, this guy? This person? Dude, I don't know. I think this is way too, you're jumping ahead way too far, okay? I don't know, man. I think it's retarded from Dick too. I know. Is that a trans woman? It seems to be. Oh god, a Merrick tweet. Uh-oh. Maybe Charlie Kirk shouldn't have spent years being a hateful, demagogic fascist, and this wouldn't have happened. Maybe he should take some personal responsibility. I mean, he's dead. He is dead. Dude, some of these people... Dick is Dick is also a sociopath, but this is also a stupid as fuck tweet. I don't know why people do this. This tweet's gonna get blown up. This tweet is already massive. 12 million views already, yeah. Fuck these people. I do not care. They've grifted tirelessly for years to tear this country apart, make everything worse, and put us all in danger. Charlie Kirk wouldn't piss on you to put you out if you were on fire. An evil man who sold us humanity a long time ago. I will not. Oh, sorry. This is disgusting. You can still delete it. I will not. You're all a bunch of weak, un-American traitors. We used to be a country that knew how to handle fascists. All of you would be fucking goose-stepping in World War II. Charlie Kirk, it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment. Yeah, I'm sorry, if you put this clip in front of Charlie Kirk, where he's like, yes, we have to accept some bad things happen with the Second Amendment, he would still stand behind the Second Amendment. You understand that, right? You all get it, right? That he would definitely have done, like, he would have said, no, that's acceptable, and that sucks. Right? That's the whole point of saying this, is that one death shouldn't change your mind. Calling someone un-American after saying how great it is that someone got assassinated. They always play word games with this stuff, too. It's like, Merrick would go, well, I'm not celebrating, I'm just saying I don't care. And it's like, dude, okay. Everyone is trying to get us to performatively act like we care. It's gross. I see why Merrick is angry. You don't have to care. You know what you can do, Private Huff? If you have bad things to say, this is something we teach, like, 10-year-olds, and then we try to make it like a parable they live by. If you don't have anything nice to say, then shut the fuck up. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Guess what? You can just shut the fuck up. It's so easy to just shut the fuck up. You don't have to go online and go, oh, it's a terrible tragedy that Charlie Kirk got killed. You could just... Sorry, you're saying that people are telling you have to feel bad. You don't have to feel bad, but if all you want to do on the day that this guy gets shot in the fucking throat and dies in front of his family, if all you want to do is go, yeah, he deserved that, or yeah, I don't care, then why not just keep that to yourself? Why make like terrible, why make your divisive rhetoric like a thing? Why put it out there even? You don't have to, by the way. I'm just telling you that nobody, if you're arguing that people are telling you have to feel good about it, or you have to feel a certain way, not good, that you have to feel like sad or sorrowful, I would just say no. You could also just ignore the internet for a day. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Who's making these? Who's making these? That's terrible, okay? That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. So, all his, just continuing on with the Merrick tweets here, all his sycophantic little fans should stand by y'all's principles. This is what the world y'all wanted. Y'all started everything and now you want to cry? All of you are weak. I find it so weird that there are people who are like, oh, you wanted to be fascist. You wanted to pretend to be fascist. Now one of your guys gets shot and you guys want to put the guns away? And it's like, no. They don't want to put the guns away, actually. They don't want to do that. You guys missed it, okay? See? Z went over to Destiny's stream right after this happened. I don't understand why. Like, I don't understand why she did this. But hold on. Yeah, we'll show the clip. Just give me a second. Turn it up.
Well, what's...
Whoa. Little loud.
Well, what's up? I'm streaming, by the way.
This is. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like, dude, Charlie's gonna be fucking dead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's already dead. Yeah.
Dude, we're fucked. We are so fucked.
By we, you mean we as a country right now, the United States and the current...
Dude, I will give it to Destiny. In a crisis situation, he, like, saved her completely here. Like, if she wasn't retarded, he saved her totally. He's like, yeah, this is what you mean. Yeah, this is what you mean right now. He, like, totally, he picked it up, he saw what she was saying, and he, like, totally fixed it. But she, like, didn't get it at all.
Like yeah, like that, the party, but, like, mostly,
also,
like...
yes,
like,
wait,
probably
I think that the...
Dude, it's so fucking funny that she, like, he totally fixed it. He, like, that was actually smooth. That was actually smooth the way he did that, because he could tell where she was going and he cut her off. And she's like, yeah, America's fucked and, like, the party's fucked, but most of all, it's us, man, we're fucked. And he disconnects.
It's in the current...
Like yeah, like that, the party, but, like, mostly,
also,
like...
yes,
like,
wait,
probably
I think that we're super fucked. I agree. Hold on, wait, I'll text you on Discord. I don't understand anything crazy that's gonna ruin our shit.
On both Z's website and Reddit account, her organization stated
Oh shit, did I include that? I didn't even see this part at the
goals
end.
were taking the fight directly to Charlie Kirk by following him around on college campuses.
Well,
Whoops.
what's up?
That's I thought I didn't have the AI bit at the end. I guess I did. Whoops. Well, hold on. Two things got sent to me. I thought I downloaded the non-AI bit one. That's a little funny. Anyway, website was 404. Yeah, the website got taken down. The website did get taken down. That's funny. Yeah, this is the thing, Litigious Gamer, is I don't know why she would come on to talk to him directly about this. That's just goofy, right? Isn't that goofy? Like, why would you go and talk about this within minutes? I want to say this is within an hour of Charlie Kirk getting shot. Yeah, it's just wild to me. Holy shit. I must have gotten retweeted or quote tweeted by somebody big. I've got 43 comments here and 100 likes. I know my stuff will get swarmed by certain people, okay? This is very funny. 43 comments, 108 likes. Wow. Wait, there's also a Dickers tweet that goes along with this. Hold on. I should probably go to the Erudite one. Give me a second. Where's the Erudite tweet with the Dickers response? Erudite quote tweets this guy. The left is literally celebrating that Charlie Kirk was shot in the neck. This is who they are. Never forget, never forgive. No, do not let Charlie's death be weaponized by people who won't stand for free speech. I am the left. Okay. Canadian participating in American politics. Thousands of likes as a liberal condemning the violence and praying for Charlie. The left has ubiquitously responded with a condemnation of the violence. And Dickers just
Anybody
posts this, okay? Unless you're Destiny, you respond with a condemnation of the condemnations.
Anybody on the left that does any sort of disavow whatever bullshit, I think is cucked and weak.
We can't see your Twitter. Oh, did shit break? Wait, what is happening? Why did this happen? What the fuck? What the fuck? Hold on, it's fixed now. It'll never happen again. It'll never happen again. No. Sorry, there are gonna be little hiccups like that, guys, because my OBS is like kind of fucked. Anyway, I was reading Erudite's tweet. Okay, we go over to this
on
video.
the left that does any sort of disavow whatever bullshit, I think is cucked and weak. I saw Newsom doing it earlier. Anybody on the left that does any sort of disavowal, whatever bullshit, I think is cucked and weak. I saw Newsom doing it earlier.
Wow. You're posted on r/Destiny now? Oh, that's where it's coming from. That's very funny. Sir, are you trying to say that they got Charlie Kirk killed? Are you trying to say that right now, bloody bastard? I get into British after the SARS, okay? Coordinating to pin the blame on Z, Destiny, and Unfuck America. What do you mean Well, actually. By the way, all I say is what my tweet says. I didn't know the AI bit was there, which does do that a little bit, okay? But my tweet's my condemnation's all here, okay? It's in the tweet. Oh, whoops. God damn it. I think it's actually ghoulish, in my opinion, to hop on a stream immediately, right? To immediately hop on a stream and go, dude, we're fucked. It's like, maybe wait until you're offline? Maybe wait until you're offline, or maybe. Okay, Donald Trump was the one who announced this. Everybody else, I feel like they probably told him, like, hey, don't, like, announce it, but, like, he is dead, just so you know. Because a bunch of people were, like, trying to keep saying, like, he was alive, probably until, you know, close family was notified and stuff, right? Like, you don't announce a death before the family's notified, or at least it's, like, a faux pas to do so. But then Trump just comes out and he's just like, you know what? Thoughts and prayers to Charlie Kirk and his family. Trump wanted the scoop. I just thought it was funny. Like a little funny, lighthearted thing throughout all of this. This was a video that got posted. I believe this is real, okay? This is on the top of the Lossy Center, which is where they said the gunman was.
Get right up.
Right?
Yeah.
There's just some dude who's out here and he's like filming. He's like, why is there a guy on the roof?
So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying? He just ran from over, where's my finger? Whoa. From over there, ran in. And now he's right there. Just saying, just get right up.
Just saying. Oh, hold on. Additional footage shows an individual running across the roof of the Lossy Center in the moments after the shooting. Oh, hold on, it must have been... Oh, there he is. Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy that people source this stuff, right? And you see this guy, like... You literally see him running across the rooftop over there, like running away after a shot. That is where everybody's basically confirmed that that's the guy. I believe the cops and the governor confirmed that that was the guy on top of the Lossy Center. Amos D just pulled up your tweet, direct hit. Oh, well, unlucky. Yeah, that's crazy. Rough view to the stage. So this is like zoomed in a little bit to be like from the roof. And then I guess this is like probably down where the stage was. So he's up on this roof. This roughly correlates to known public statements by officials. A spokeswoman for the Utah Valley University, Ellen Traynor, said that Kirk was struck by a suspect who had fired from the Lossy Center, a building about 200 yards away. So the Lossy Center, and then this was, yeah, that was the, that is where the stage was. Yeah, it was a gross shot. It was fucked up, man. It was fucked up. Oh, whoops. Gotta be super careful today. Scrolling Twitter. Gotta be incredibly careful today scrolling Twitter. Holy shit. Okay. So they've apprehended the suspect. It looks like... I don't know. A lot of people are gonna want to see, like, motive and stuff. Man. Wasn't the guy who tried to shoot Trump 150 yards? I forget how far away the that white kid was. You're a wild man being live on Twitch right now? Well, we're gonna try not to get hit on Twitch, okay? We're trying our best over here. We got a Relly take. What did Relly have to say? Let's see what Relly's got to say. I feel like I did not like Relly's take at all. But...
man, as popular as Charlie.
Oh, hold on. Can I make this smaller? I can't. This is gonna be blocked. Let me do this.
Kirk, and I was going to college campuses, making up lies, doing all this shit, saying that, and we'll get to some of the clips. Oh, the Second Amendment is worth a couple of mass shootings. So it's worth it when it's kids getting shot in school, but it's not worth it when some fucking 40-year-old fucking ogre gets shot? Is that what I'm expected to believe?
No, it's still worth it when the ogre gets shot. It's literally always worth it. Do you think, like, literally not a single one of these people will move a millimeter on this issue? Like, you would need insane amounts of violence, right?
It's worth it when kids get shot. It's cool. We don't need any mental health evaluations. We don't need psych evaluations.
Has Charlie Kirk explicitly, like, advocated against those things? Like, psych evaluations for people who are mentally ill? I feel like a lot of people are on the page of, like, yeah, there's a major, like, undercurrent of mental illness in society that's fucking everything up.
We don't need any of that. When trans people are getting banned from firearms, we're going to be quiet about it.
Okay, that's where the hypocrisy is, okay? That's where the hypocrisy is. I feel like these people are one step away from being like, being transgender is like being schizophrenic and you can't own a gun anymore. I feel like that's where they're taking it, and that's probably insane, right? I think to me, that's probably nuts.
But the moment it happens to Charlie Kirk, oh my God, I'm supposed to... Fuck yourself, man. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. So, suffice to say...
Yeah, I just feel like, you don't have to even feel bad. I feel like it's weird to come out and go like, no, I shouldn't have to feel bad for this. I should, like, don't... deserved or anything like that. That's what's weird to me, right? Like, you don't have to come out and say that you care about Charlie Kirk and, like, thoughts and prayers to his family. You don't have to do any of that, right? You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is not say, fuck this guy, right after he gets murdered in front of his family. Because apparently, I was told his family's there. I don't know if they actually were there or not. Somebody correct me on that. I'm going to keep saying it until I know otherwise. But it's like, what does Nick Fuentes think? Nick Fuentes thinks the optically correct thing, obviously. Nick Fuentes is one of two people I retweeted. I retweeted two of the greatest political thought leaders in America today on this, okay? Because they had great points to make. Those two thought leaders were Nicholas J. Fuentes and Barack Hussein Obama, okay? It was these two people, these great thought leaders of America, were the people who I look to in times of strife to get the most accurate moral opinions, okay? So, Fuentes tweeted, "This feels like a nightmare, one of the most horrific things I've ever seen. I feel absolutely gutted and devastated. Pray for Charlie Kirk's soul, his young family, and for our country. The violence and hatred has to stop. Our country needs Christ now more than ever." So I retweeted him, and then I retweeted Barack Obama. We don't yet know what motivated the person who shot and killed Charlie Kirk, but this kind of despicable violence has no place in our democracy. Michelle and I will be praying for Charlie's family tonight, especially his wife Erica and their 2 young children. The fact that his last words were gang violence, I mean, that's pretty on brand. Hold on, we got a Drew Pavlu tweet. Drew Pavlu? Mr. Pavlu. What does Mr. Pavlu have to say? Mr. Pavlu himself. "Anybody on the left who disavows the murder of Charlie Kirk is cucked and weak. Destiny. This is fucking evil, dude. At Omni-Liberal, absolutely zero humanity. He literally had the exact same job as you. He was a political commentator." Oh, we got a wider blast on this. Let's check it out. And Destiny is scum, man. That's why I stopped associating with him. Yeah. I like this guy. This guy's kind of cool. This is like a wider clip. I wasn't sure with the Dickers one how wide the clip was.
What do you think conservative response to this will be? It's going to be the exact same response that it always is. It's going to be blaming the left. It's going to be a call for more aggressive rhetoric towards the left. It's going to be a call for the left to condemn or disavow whatever the fuck. Anybody on the left that does any sort of disavow whatever bullshit, I think is cucked and weak. I saw not.
Do we have like a bigger response here from anybody? Because this feels like 190,000 likes on this bad boy. This guy might be, honestly, one of the biggest influences on the right now. And this guy is this is like Charlie Kirk's sworn enemy. Nobody hated Charlie Kirk more than this guy, okay? Charlie Kirk is to Nick Fuentes as Hassan is to Destiny, okay? Nick Fuentes built his career off of going after Charlie Kirk and calling him a fraud. That's like how he first came onto the scene. And this was his response. So I just find it like a little crazy that Desi could sit here and say, No, they're gonna call for more violence. They're gonna call for more shit. Yeah, some people will, but like, it's not gonna be the overwhelming majority of people. 190,000 likes, okay? Yeah, 190,000 likes. I think he's about to call out Not So Erudite.
Disavow whatever bullshit I think is cucked and weak. I saw Newsom doing it earlier.
Not So Newsom?
No, at some point...
Oh, hold on.
Disavow whatever bullshit I think is cucked and weak. I saw Newsom doing it earlier. No, at some...
Oh, fuck, I just clicked on his Twitter. Whoops.
Whatever bullshit I think is cucked and weak. I saw Newsom doing it earlier. No,
Not Newsom.
At some point, if I hear any mainstream conservative say, we need to bring the temperature down, then I'll start taking it seriously. But until then, nah, fuck that.
Oh, tons of mainstream conservatives have said that, though. Like, absolutely tons of mainstream conservatives have said, we need to start doing this. Another retarded tweet because he just avoids conservatives talking. Probably. Not a single large conservative figure today will talk about toning down the rhetoric on their side. It will be endless posts about civil war and revenge until we forget about it and move on to the next thing. When your opponent crosses the Rubicon from rhetoric to murder, there is no toning down. Watch who are celebrating tonight. This guy's also retarded. Damn. Fuck, Charlie died. God damn it. This is not the way. I didn't just know him from our interviews and debates, but I met his wonderful wife. This is beyond heartbreaking. Violence is so stupid. He was a real person, a human being, who just died in front of our eyes. Tragic. Yeah. Charlie hated empathy, and I like karma. Pour a beer out over his neck hole if you feel so bad. God damn. I don't know, it's just like, people just want to be performatively, like, non-human. If people are funny with it, okay? That's what I'll say. I can actually, I promise you, I can, like, let this go. I can let really stupid comments go if they're funny. But none of these people actually want to be funny, right? They're like spiteful, hateful people who are just saying that they're spiteful and hateful. Yeah, like, if you're funny enough, it's just, that's the line, right? Just be funny. I'm sure there's tweets about Charlie Kirk dying that I could laugh at. I promise you, I could laugh at them. Right? Like, I like dark humor, especially in times of tragedy. I would get it. But the problem is, you can't really divine the line on dark humor very well when you actually hate the person. When you actually truly hate the person, you can't find the line on that. You'll come off as hateful. You will be hateful. If you don't hate the person, you absolutely can, like, figure out where the line is. You can like, do something that's, I think, pretty edgy and funny. Yeah, this is, sorry, I did see this one. Will Charlie Kirk run for any government office? That's rough. Listen, markets are ruthless, okay? Markets are fucking ruthless. We know that. We know it. We know it. Uh-oh. Dink donk. By the way, there's like a meta level of analysis that happens here. And this is, listen, prove that you can be better than Jews and Arabs, okay? Prove as a white man living in the white man's land, all right, of North America. I'm fucking around. But as somebody who lives in North America, prove you can be better than those people in the Middle East. Understand that all of these people, there will be extremists on both sides of this who will point to the extremists on the other side and go, we have to fight these people, right? That's how they want to keep you pulled in and, like, hating everybody, is they're going to point to retards like Merrick and morons like Jesse Waters, and they're going to say, look, this is who the other people are. And it's like, there are a lot of people who don't feel that way. There are a lot of people who don't want any amount of political violence, right? But don't be like this is like when Israel points to Hamas and goes, well, there's like terrorists over there and they have genocidal intent. It's like, yeah, but there's a whole bunch of other people over there who don't have that. You see Merrick's posts? Yeah, we saw Merrick's stupid fucking posts. Merrick is not representative of the left. Jesse Waters is not representative of the right, okay? Or at least the people who vote. It's not representative of the citizenry. Could be a little more representative of pundits. 200,000 likes? Not great. You know what I like? 200,000 likes, Lav, on the thought leader of the next generation, okay? The guy who actually knows how to say what needs to be said. And nobody hated Charlie Kirk more than this guy, okay? Just be like Nick, okay? Even when you hate the other person, you understand that, like, they have a family, they're a father. It's a terrible thing for kids to be able to see how their father's slain. That's awful. Be like Nick, okay? in this moment. Give us ID poll betting odds. 30% Groiper, 40% lefty, 30% schizophrenic. Too hard to categorize the others. Let's see here. Check Sam Hyde's feed. I'll check Sam Hyde's feed, but we need to watch the Jesse Waters thing. I was just gonna say that I think it's gonna be like anti-Zionist, left or right-wing anti-Zionism. So like some kind of anti-Semitism, anti-Zionism. I think that's what it's gonna be. I really do, because people forget that Charlie Kirk is like the biggest pro-Israel propagandist. He's like putting so many people on the side of Israel in America, so many young people. He was like the person who was getting them on the side of Israel for like years and years and years. So much so that, and by the way, anybody who says that he just debates people on campuses, okay? Charlie Kirk does not just debate people on campuses, all right? You don't get the prayers from the literal Prime Minister of Israel when you just debate people on campus, okay? That's not what happens. By the way, I'll never ever say, no matter how much of a Zionist shill Charlie Kirk was, still doesn't deserve that. I don't think he deserved that at all. I don't think it's okay that it happened, right? But I'm saying that, like, to me, this is why it probably happened if I had to bet on something, okay? Could be Republican, could be leftist, I don't know, but I think it's somebody who very much disliked his organization's stance on Israel and possibly would have disliked, I'm guessing there's a small outside chance that it's like the people who thought that him or other people were softening the Epstein blow, right? Don't forget, okay? Don't forget, what is it called? Critical pedo theory, okay? Don't forget CPT. A lot of Republicans are still very pissed about the Epstein stuff getting covered up. Oh, oh no. Oh no. I just got 5 messages like this. What did Vito say? I've been a fan since I was 16. I'm 28 now. Listen to every show. I've held off canceling my biggest problem in the universe Patreon for your sake, because you're great. But after today, I can't support Vito any longer. Cancel and unfollowed that pig. It's time for the show to end. I'll up my TDS subscription. Please kick Vito to the curb. He's scum. I bought Super Killer. I was a fucking Vito file on the Patreon. It's over. September is the month when everything changed. Fuck that lying, self-centered something. Dude, Vito was tweeting some dumb stuff, okay? Vito was tweeting some dumb stuff. Not good. Not good. Weren't Groipers? Yeah, sorry, like, it's like a Catholic group. You're not supposed to kill people. Groipers love state violence? They might love state violence. They do not, I don't think any part of their ethos endorses, like, any kind of violence. I guess you could say that about a lot of different groups, but would a Vito tweet? Oh, Vito tweeted some dumb shit. Hold on, let me go to Vito's page. Vito is basically laughing about it and going like, hold on, let me just look directly because I don't want to misquote him. This one tweeted this and said the American comeback, and it's like, it's this, but it's like, Vito, hold on, let's look at the first reply. Vito, this man died in front of his family. Show a bit of respect. I think it's a cool tour name. Crowder was caught on tape for verbally abusing his pregnant wife. I canceled Mug Club and have never watched him again. So this is Vito just kind of laughing about it, right? Oh God, what is this?
Say it with me. Trans rights are human rights.
Okay, yeah. I get why people are pretty mad at Vito, okay? The one I saw, the one I got shown, the reply to this tweet that I got shown was people pointing out that Vito was like terrified of people coming to his house because his house was like, no, like his location was known. And this guy, basically because his location was known, got shot by somebody who hated him, right? Like, wouldn't you have a little empathy for violence? Like, you were concerned about violence with people coming to your house. Yeah, Charlie just got violence done to him, like, in a very similar way. You probably shouldn't be pointing this out. Probably shouldn't be laughing about this. He did? Vito was like, people were coming to his house or something, and that was pissing him off. It was upsetting him. It's a funny tweet by Vito. I don't think it's that funny. I don't think it's funny enough. I don't think it's funny enough, to be honest with you. If it was funny enough, it would have more likes, it would have more retweets. It wouldn't be getting ratioed on comments to likes, okay? It wouldn't be. That wouldn't be happening. Look at Dick's feed and try not to laugh challenge. Well, hold on. Dude, it's rough to like scroll people's feeds, okay? We need to focus up. We need to cover the Jesse Waters, okay? We just covered the Merrick stuff. Let's cover Jesse Waters, okay? I'm not gonna read it. I'm gonna just listen.
Trump gets hit in the ear. Charlie gets shot dead. They came after Kavanaugh with a rifle to his neighborhood. They went after Musk's cars. They just shot 2
Oh no! Not Musk's cars! No!
Jews.
Why would you include that in there? Did he just not have enough for his list? He wanted, like, the list, but he didn't have enough for the list? So he's like, yeah, they came after Elon Musk's cars, guys. Oh no.
Outside the embassy. Think about it. Scalise got shot.
Oh, hold on.
2 Jews outside the embassy. Think about it. Scalise got shot, barely survived.
I'm trying to think. Oh, right, the Minnesota people. Yes. So surely in this list we'll have the Minnesota politicians who are getting shot. Surely.
It's happening. You got trans shooters. You got riots in LA. They are.
God, that trans shooters point is so dumb, but it hits so good for these people, right? It hits so good for all of them. The trans shooters point. It's so stupid. Fuck. It's so stupid. Well, sorry, it feels stupid to me. Maybe there's like enough of an uptick in the data for it not to be stupid. I feel like there's not, but we'll see. I feel like, I don't know.
They're at war with us. Whether we want to accept it or not, they are at war with us. And what are we going to do about it? How much political violence are we going to tolerate? And that's the question we're just going to have to ask ourselves. Now, Charlie would want us to put as much pressure on these.
Sorry, what I should say, Syfy, is I think the trans stuff, in a lot of cases, especially when they become suicidal or violent, I think that's often downstream of like some existing mental illness, right? That to me it seems like that's the case, okay? And I would say that's like the primary problem. And becoming trans is like a way of like self-medicating for that kind of thing. And then probably when that doesn't work, they find some other way. But like by the way, I don't even think that's broadly the experience. I think that is the experience of people who end up like killing themselves or doing violent acts in general, right? Is that you'll see them try a lot of different extremist ideologies or extremist like acts. They'll take drugs. They'll act out in these ways because they're trying to fix something, right? IntelliChat, I would just say probably if you look proportionate population wise, maybe trans shooters are starting to become like an outlier in some way. Possibly. Here, let me back it up here.
How much political violence are we going to tolerate? And that's the question we're just going to have to ask ourselves. Now, Charlie would want us to put as much pressure on these people as possible. Dana nailed it. This is unacceptable and has to stop. And it has to stop now. And everybody's accountable. And we're watching what they're saying on television and who's saying what. The politicians, the media, and all of these rats out there. This can never happen again. It ends now. Greg's right again. This is a turning point, and we know which direction we're going.
Okay. Yeah, shut the oh, that's gross. Dude, the pun, that's a poor taste. That pun is in poor taste. Yeah, he just called for violence. Sorry, I'm reading a tweet on the side. I need to watch it again.
This is unacceptable and has to stop. And it has to stop now. And everybody's accountable. And we're watching what they're saying on television and who's saying what. The politicians, the media, and all of these rats out there. This can never happen again. It ends now. Greg's right again. This is a turning point. And we
Dude, it's so stupid to go and do this shit. It's so dumb. Honestly, you should take the guy off the air for a couple weeks or something. Like, as soon as you go and do this, it should just be, no, we don't do this shit. We just don't do it. From anyone. This guy's got such a massive platform with Fox News. It's so stupid to go do this. Is it a pun or attempt at an homage? It's both, maybe? Dude, nobody's gonna wait for his, nobody's waiting for his corpse to get cold, okay? That corpse is warm. It's useful to all of these people. They're gonna take their piece and they're gonna run in a direction. They're gonna try to use it for something, right? It's just so stupid. But I'll continue to say Jesse Waters not a good depiction of like who the right wing is, in my opinion. Not at all. We'll see. Regardless of any political beliefs you may have, I think it would help A lot if we denounce acts of violence more often. That video is horrible no matter what side you're on. Awful. Funny how people only denounce violence when it's convenient for their side. Where was all this moral clarity when their crowd was doing the same thing? I don't need that. I can just act with my own principles. I can just act with my own principles in general. America is an insanely violent nation. Charlie Kirk's shooting is the 46th school shooting this year thus far. You called for violence against your political enemies before. You have called for violence against your political enemies before, Muhammad. Okay. I do think it's weird to call it a school shooting. I just call it, yeah, an assassination. It's clearly an assassination. One target. This guy was not trying to do a mass casualty event. This guy was clearly just going for this alone. This only. Hutch and Hassan are all you need? Ryle, link the Hassan timestamp. Link me Hassan. Hold on a second. Link me the Hassan thing and let's get to that. Let's get to it, because I wanna watch. I wanna react to Hassan. Let's check it out. Oh, only Pissy's mute. Safe for work. Opinion on this. Hold on. Let's see it. Yeah, oh, it's the same thing. Yeah, everybody does the turning point thing is gay. They're all gay. Only Pissy's mute. They all suck. They all suck. That's just the way it is. Dude, Elon Musk had some really dumb shit today. The left lectured us for the last decade about the dangers of violence from the right, for the assassination attempts of President Trump, to Brian Thompson, the healthcare CEO being murdered, now to Charlie Kirk. The danger was actually on the left. Hold on. SDL doing a little cover for some murders here? Hold on, where's the SDL tweet? Every political assassination in the US in the past 25 years until today has been perpetrated by a conservative. Portman, Josh Shapiro are okay. Gretchen Whitmer. I don't know that this is really. Wait, hold on. Why is it number of deaths not including perpetrator? Mike Pence. Like, do we not see how disingenuous this is? When only Republicans died because they were fat slobs who had heart attacks on January 6th? But it says 5 deaths Republican caused? I mean, technically, I guess if you want to get really technical.
Asmongold just tipped $5. Yeah, I said I went on indefinite break yesterday because of my dad's cancer. That was just to throw the trail in case I got caught for this.
Here's him just head past just watching news where he talks about Twitter. Wait, what?
Kirk, it's horrific. It's one of the most horrible things I've ever seen. He was a great guy, he said. He was an incredible guy. Nobody liked him. Dude, that is a crazy shot. We don't know. We don't know.
Imagine the spin if the shooter turns out to be a Republican. I mean, it seems possible. I don't know if it'll happen. It seems possible.
Exactly. I mean, this is the suspicion, I guess. That's what the New York Times reported as well. 200 yards. But it's a crazy.
It's not possible, ain't it, TA? Why do you think it's not possible? It's obviously a lefty nut job. Why do you say that? Here's the thing. To me, lefty nut jobs never have military training, okay? That guy fired a shot. He almost got away. That guy evaded police. Like, he evaded capture right away. That guy had, like, a plan. In general, I just think of lefties as, like, too useless to really do that at all.
Distance for a shot like that. Authorities just in from AP. Authorities are still searching for the suspect in the shooting death of Charlie Kirk. Mayor says that
a formal advisor
in Utah at a campus event, to the horror of the thousands who had gathered there. He was in the middle of
the OG Unfuck America's Groiper War? Yeah, that's what I said, Rhinox. I said it was or wait, I didn't say that. I said that earlier today. Well, talking in like a totally different place. Dude, Nick Fuentes is like just like rubbing, you know, he's like doing the sweaty guy, like he just dodged a bullet. Because they did chase and harass Charlie Kirk. They're going after Charlie Kirk forever. And he basically just like let up and was like, I want to debate Charlie Kirk. Let me debate Charlie Kirk. Right? He let up totally. And just in time, okay? So it's not like an unhinged schizophrenic fucking groiper who's doing this. Or at least he's not going to get the blame in the same way. I think the reason people think it's a lefty so certainly... Like, I could see it being a lefty over Israel. I could see it being a righty over Israel. I could see it being a righty over what do you call it? Yeah, the Israel-Palestine situation.
Well,
Okay, we're right at this timestamp right now, Ryle.
Instability. Every single no. It's like people who perhaps are most responsible for setting up an environment where violence and instability is the norm for everyday Americans. Okay, people who have set up an environment where.
Ready that wants to? No, I think it would be the Epstein stuff. I think it would be like, I think they would probably think Charlie Kirk is like just general cover for like the administration.
There is just no solution to unlimited gun violence every single day, where parents send their children to school and there's no guarantee of their safety, and some experience exactly what the Republicans, the fear and anger that the Republicans are currently experiencing because they knew Charlie Kirk. Regular people experience that, unfortunately, all too frequently. Okay? Meanwhile, while they're talking about toning down the rhetoric of violence, Elon Musk, the owner of this fucking website.
Dude, Elon Musk's so fucking stupid, dude. Yeah, sorry, I didn't actually get sufficiently soy about this tweet, okay? The Elon Musk tweet was actually fucking moronic. He is amplifying it, not in the same way Jesse Waters is, which is like super direct and super obvious. It's like he takes a little of the edge off, right? Just a tiny bit, so for like the tiniest bit of plausible deniability.
Site took no time, like didn't even wait for the confirmation of Charlie Kirk's death. They immediately go, the left is the party of murder. 2 months ago, a psychopathic right-winger, a far-right evangelical Christian, had a hit list of numerous Democrat politicians. He went into the homes of Democrat politicians in the state of Minnesota, and he shot and killed 2, and he tried to kill more. Okay?
Yeah, that did happen, Hassan.
And these guys immediately said, oh, he was a leftist. He was actually Tim Walz's guy. He was Tim Walz's top guy. Made no sense. Tim Walz was literally a part of the assassination hit list. And people still ran along with that narrative. There's no confirmation of the shooter's ideological background or whatever.
Okay, I'm going to start looking at Sam Hyde's shit in the background, okay?
None of that.
I'll look.
But that doesn't stop these fucking demons from immediately saying, oh, it's the left that's doing this. It's the left that's doing this. It must be a leftist that did this. So spare me the fucking bullshit about toning down the rhetoric when this is the common meta.
Okay. I'm going to take a quick look at Sam Hyde's shit, okay? I understand there's some language on here that we don't want. Fuck, I kind of want to leave the Twitch running because we got a little traction on Twitch right now, but I don't know if I want to scroll this with Twitch running. Hassan hit 220K today, guys. 220,000 viewers. It was crazy. Okay, I don't know why he tweeted this out. Do you believe Derek Chauvin should be released? Yes. That's the repost before this. So his first response, pray for Charlie Kirk, get a gun today if you don't have one. Okay, little Vosh action there. I believe that's a Vosh quote, right? Guys, if you want things to change, get a gun. Ethan was so mad about Hassan's viewers. There'd be a lot of people mad about Hassan's viewers, okay? These guys get so angry about Hassan. They throw all of these attacks at Hassan. Hassan immediately bounces up to 200,000 viewers. They're just like amplifying this guy's platform. They're making it big. Charlie Kirk being assassinated is the American Reichstag fire. It is time for a complete crackdown on the left. Every Democratic politician must be arrested and the party banned under RICO. Every libtard... Okay. Yeah, this is insane. Sam Hyde's going nuts retweeting that. But it's Sam Hyde. Are we shocked? Are we shocked that Sam Hyde would be amplifying these tweets? Like, this is fine. Pray for Charlie Kirk and his young family. Some boomer libtard has been cooking his brain on Facebook for the past decade. They're all going to get what they wish for. This is not who it is. He still leaves this up, even though this is not the guy who shot Charlie Kirk. I don't even know who this guy was. Police have determined that a person who was taken into custody after the shooting was not actually the shooter, according to Scott Trotter, a university spokesman. The university had earlier said a suspect was in custody. So this is not the suspect. You're my boy, but I respectfully do not watch the close-up video of Charlie Kirk. I'm begging you, pray for his family instead. You're my boy, but I respectfully disagree. Everybody needs to watch this because it could have been you. Could have been me. It could have been any one of us exercising the First Amendment. You all need to know what our enemies want. They want this for all of us. They want children growing up with dead fathers and rape mothers. All the snark and word games. Ooh, snark and word games. Moral posturing and linguistic effatry. This is what lies behind it. Bloodlust. I mean, he's been talking about shit like this for a while, okay? He's not memeing. This is not memeing. This is not memeing. This is not memeing. This is not memeing. Warning, this is not memeing. This is Sam Hyde's sincere belief right now. This is not a joke. This is not ironic. This is not anything. This is his sincere belief. He sincerely believes this. This is not ironic. This is not a joke. This is actually his sincere belief. When the left say they want Trump to get assassinated, they mean you. They mean Charlie Kirk in front of a bunch of university students. They mean anyone who disagrees with them. They mean you. Okay. There's a civil war raging on the left and on that the left is currently engaging in solo. They've been murdering. I hate this from both sides. The whole, like, this idea that both sides say this. Listen, they're trying to kill us. They're trying to kill us. They're trying to kill us and you won't participate. You're too cucked to participate. This isn't just a lone wolf got crazy guy that shot Charlie. This is who the woke commie leftists are. By the way, still don't know the guy. Still don't know his ideology. Still don't know anything about him. People are just making guesses. Right? They're just making guesses. That's all it is. They're just making guesses and, like, pretending that it's the people who hate them. It's so fucking stupid. Time to do your fucking job and seize power. Oh, he's saying it to Trump directly. If you want to be more than a footnote in the American collapse section of future history books, it's now or never. At JD Vance, at Pete Hegseth, at Palmer Luckey, at Eric D. Prince. Okay. I'll finish with his
so ridiculous,
his Elon
man.
rant, and then we got another Hassan section to go to.
Yeah, there was just a story about an American-Israeli sniper admitting to killing multiple civilians in Gaza and no one cared. Yeah, dude from Naperville, Illinois flew out, had his family fundraise so he could get weapons to kill children that he openly said he did in Gaza. Doesn't even fucking reach a blip.
I didn't hear about that. That guy sounds like a psychotic loser, man. That sounds not good.
That kind of
I don't like
violence,
that.
by the way, does inevitably come back here. Okay? That's my point. My point is, America is an incredibly violent nation all around the world. We are so violent. We're a constant presence, a constant force everywhere. That has a tendency.
Why is everyone out of their fucking minds? I mean, things are bad. Things are really bad right now.
To normalize these kinds of incidents here as well. Video posted on social media shows the moment Charlie Kirk was shot and the seconds leading to the incident. Kirk was being asked questions about
Like, sorry, that's just to say, I understand why people are upset. I understand why people think, like, oh, we have to get back at them. Like, they want to do violence to me. I understand why people think that. I think if you are a political influencer, it's incumbent on you to, like, lower the temperature. It is. Even though, and here's the thing, I wanted to tweet this out. I didn't end up tweeting it out because I think it'll be met with, like, a lot of anger, and I haven't thought about it quite enough yet. I think platforms need to be way more aggressive with demonetizing people. I think you just need to, I think you need to click that button off, not for long periods of time, but, like, the second you assume somebody's calling for violence, tap needs to be shut off for a little bit, right? So these people know that if you're going to do that, you spend the next month, like, without a paycheck. I need, lowering the temperature doesn't get clicks. Yes, I need the monetary incentive for people to be unhinged to be eliminated. I want that monetary incentive gone, okay? Social media companies benefit from a bunch of this. Hey, I think probably Coca-Cola doesn't want you advertising their product on top of somebody saying you got to kill leftists, you got to kill fucking Republicans. They probably don't want that. I'm just throwing it out there. Seems like unlikely to me. So I think when you're basically, to be honest, I think just going like, I don't care that guy died. I think that should be like, I'm bordering on thinking that should just be 24 hours. You should learn to shut the fuck up.
Mass shootings in America.
Here, I got another
Do you
Hassan
know how many
timestamp in
mass
just a
shooters
second.
there have been in America in the last 10 years? A person asks. Counting or not counting gang violence, Kirk responds right before he is shot. That right there is America perfectly described. Okay? Because the irony, the dark irony of this sequence of events is that it is that mentality that stops people from even seeking the truth about how, or seeking solutions on how we could stop gun violence in this goddamn country.
I just don't see. So I think they're going to find this guy and they're going to find out that he has like some kind of training and that there's no reason to believe he even had like an AR-15. Like he might have just had a standard. He could have had like a like a well-sighted bolt-action rifle, right? Probably not. Probably something with like a little more balanced and gamed. But like, there's no reason to believe that he had he didn't need something for a mass casualty event. And I believe it was. I didn't hear more than one shot. Bones 9. I believe I heard one shot, and only one shot. He was clearly not going for a mass casualty event. If you're going to legislate against mass casualty events, you wouldn't have done anything here, right? If it was semi-automatic, why not fire a second shot? I mean, to be honest, if he was sighted after the shot and saw what happened, like, I think he just knows, right? This is way earlier today, by the way. I don't know if he went live just to cover this, but this is way
here
earlier
as well,
today.
where you can click. Oh, he's dead. Oh my God, he's definitely dead. Oh my God, I can't believe I just saw that.
This is like every normal person's reaction, by the way. Like, it's like really bad. Like, you don't see that kind of video. You see that kind of video on like what was it? What was the site that you used to watch this stuff on? Not Livewire. It was LiveLeak. This is like some LiveLeak shit. Yeah. This is some fucking LiveLeak shit from back in the day. But it was with a famous guy. Like that, it was fucking crazy. And gross. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think this is the normal human reaction.
Oh my God. Oh, he definitely got shot in the neck. Oh my God. Oh, fuck. Oh yeah. No, that footage. That you do not want to see that. You do not want to see that. You do not want to see that. That footage, the close-up footage shows very clearly immediately blood pour.
I think this is like why I have a hard time, like the cheap digs at this seem like really bad to me. Is like, you can see that, and again, maybe I'm just like a pussy with this stuff, but I just think like his kids have to exist in a world where that footage like exists forever, like where they see their dad die in like high definition. I don't know. It's
pouring out of his jugular. He gets shot in the neck, blood pouring out of his jugular, like an unimaginable amount of blood pouring out of his jugular. There is very, very little chance that he survived that. I don't know if he did, but it doesn't seem like it. Oh my God. That was fucking devastating. Holy shit. I don't know what to say. Oh my Lord. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. America is so absolutely fucked. Oh. Fox News is covering it now.
So not even 30.
I just want to point out that Hassan is like, this is gross. This is fucked. Right? There's a Reddit post of someone being like, please tell me he died. And then he was like, never mind, I saw the footage. No one deserves that. Yeah, I think people are pretty disconnected from just reading news, right? This guy loves political violence and terrorism, by the way. I just want to point out that the stark difference in the reactions, okay? Hassan, how do I explain this, okay? Hassan just... He has the human reaction, okay? He's the human reaction. He's disturbed. He's fucked up by this, okay? He's fucked up by this. I just want to skew this with the reaction from other people who are like, wait, how is this going to affect, like, my business opportunities? Remind you, the people who are worried about their business opportunities, the best case scenario for them is they get what Hassan also would have lost, and clearly it's the furthest thing from his mind. Clearly Hassan is not thinking, oh, I just lost my debate opportunity with Charlie Kirk. That's really good content we're never going to get now. That's not Hassan's first thought, right? Hassan's first thought is, oh, fuck, this is really, like, messed up. Hassan does make a comment about it. Well, he might comment on, like, yeah, I was going to meet this guy again, right? Hassan debated the guy. Fire Relly tweet. I'm guessing it's going to be, let me predict the Relly tweet before I go look. I'm guessing it's going to be some Charlie Kirk tweet and saying that, like, Charlie Kirk didn't care, so why should I? I'm just guessing that's going to be, I condemn all violence, but someone should tell him that. What is this? Charlie Kirk says gun deaths unfortunately are ultimately worth it to keep Second Amendment. That's not relevant. Let's see here. What is this? What is this? Charlie Kirk calls for his audience to post bail for the Pelosi attacker. If some amazing patriot out there in San Francisco or the Bay Area really wants to be a midterm hero, someone should go bail this guy out, bail him out, and then go ask him some questions. Can I see what he said? That's such a retarded point. We keep... Yeah, I mean, that's Bones 9. That's literally what Charlie Kirk is saying. At the beginning of the clip, at the beginning of this clip, he says, yeah, like, we decide that the convenience of cars, like the pros of having cars, are actually more important than the offset, like, deaths that happen. And he makes the same point about guns. He's like, I think the ability to defend oneself, to have your defense in your own hands, to have, like, this internal locus of control with regards to your self-defense, that you don't have to rely on the cops in a bad situation. You will be able to defend yourself. I think that the spirit of that is worth it, right? I think that's what Charlie Kirk's arguing. That's what most right-wingers argue. Okay, let's see.
I mean, I'm looking at Politico.com. I'm looking at the New York Times. I'm looking at all these.
It's ironic, though, right? Guy dies by gun violence. Yeah, but would it be preventable gun violence? That's really the thing, is like a ton of gun violence that happens outside of the mass casualty events isn't even like gun violence that most people argue against. Like I have no evidence that any measure that they've proposed that is like a reasonable measure that people want would have stopped this from happening. Like there's no reason to believe that this is like, and if it was with a rifle that you could have, if it was a rifle you could have legally, but if it was a rifle that like is equivalent to one shot like some hunting rifle, I don't get it. Still pretty ironic though. I guess so. Oh, hold on. Did we even finish this clip? I don't know if we finished this clip.
I mean, I'm looking at Politico.com. I'm looking at the New York Times. I'm looking at all these places, and there's like a little bit of mention here. For example, Politico says top Republicans reject any link between GOP rhetoric and Paul Pelosi assault. Of course you should reject any link. Why is the Republican Party, why is the conservative movement to blame for gay schizophrenic nudists that are hemp jewelry makers breaking into somebody's home, or maybe not breaking into somebody's home? Why are we to blame for that exactly? And why is he still in jail? Why has he not been bailed out? By the way, if some amazing patriot out there in San Francisco or the Bay Area wants to really be a midterm hero, someone should...
I need to see like more of how he talks about this stuff from this point. JSTLK, you argued against not reducing the highway speed limit, but expect me to care when a bus crashes into your living room? Is the tone, yes. Yes, exactly, Evil Johnny Bravo. It's like, okay. Or like a drunk driver hits you in that same situation, right? You just ask Relly, he's live right now? I don't have to ask Relly. We don't even have to, I don't even necessarily want to talk about it, because I just feel like it's, I'm just here to laugh at the people who are going to do the political spin like on day one. Over like Charlie Kirk dying. I'm just here to laugh at this stuff, right? Missing that his comments came on the backs of other people. His comments came on the back of other people being shot, dying by being shot. Okay? That can still be true. But I'm telling you right now that if you were to dig up the corpse of... Okay, you don't have to dig it up. If you were to commune with Charlie Kirk on the other side and say, now you got shot by somebody, should we have restrictions on 2A? He would say no. He would obviously say no. We all know that he would say no. That's cap? That's not cap. You have to understand, people believe this. Dude, if you got killed by a black guy... and you believe that slavery was bad, and somebody came to you, they communed with you in the afterlife, and they go, yeah, well, if these people were slaves, that guy wouldn't have been able to kill you, right? Isn't that ironic that you argued against slavery and a black guy killed you? Isn't that ironic? No, obviously there's a fucking principle there. Retards. I don't understand, I literally don't understand how people don't get that. It's so easy to understand this. Surely this fascist propagandist would be willing to die for his principles. Well, he did. Whether he's willing to or not, he did. By the way, I believe fascists most of the time pretty committed to the idea of like owning weapons. There's no Second Amendment principle. What? What do you mean there is no Second Amendment principle? What? The ability to have your defense in your own hands is the Second Amendment principle. That you live a different kind of life if you aren't relying on somebody else to defend you at all times. That having that ability, whether or not you even are capable of actually wielding it, that having that ability is inherently good and something you should be able to have. That nobody should be able to take your right to defend yourself away from you. That is literally a principle. How do you not understand that? What do you mean there's no Second Amendment principle? What? ZZ Sidewalk Chalk says, I understand what you're saying. I just think it's wild to assume he would be like, yes, I did get shot in the jugular. Yes, I do love 2A, Giga Chad, goodbye, wife and kid. One, there's no reason to think that 2A, even if it was restricted, or sorry, restrictions on 2A would have protected him from this, right? A lone wolf shooter like this, that's somebody who's motivated to get you killed. That can come out in so many ways. I don't think there's a significant way to protect you from that. Right? This is not the kind of thing that you want gun legislation for. Mass casualty events, right? Where it's just somebody going to a place and killing a bunch of people. You want legislation against that. You want legislation against like gang violence that goes off in cities that's like perpetrated entirely with pistols. You're not going to ever legislate against a lone wolf shooter who is going to plan out meticulously killing you. You 2A won't protect you from that. Nothing will protect you from that. But yeah, people just want to make those points right now because they're stupid. We paid some Etsy witches to curse Charlie Kirk. No way! Okay, that's fucked up that's funny. That's fucked up. Oh my god. Somebody get me... Dude, don't let Donald Trump see this, okay? These people are about to have like $50 million contracts taken out by the Department of Homeland Security right now. Do not let Donald Trump see this. September 8th. September 8th. If the far-right misogynist with a bad haircut wants to villainize independent women, Jezebel is more than happy to be the hag of his nightmares. Jesus. Oh, boy. Video update. Here's my thoughts on Charlie Kirk's death.
Charlie Kirk is dead.
We got our Instagram filters fired up for the selfie video. We're mewing. Okay, we're mewing hard into the camera. Now let's see what's Dean's opinion on Charlie, okay?
He got shot at an event that he was hosting in Utah. And I am sad, distraught. In fact, I just cried on my live stream in front of 250,000 people. My goal in this...
Oh, that's probably true. Sorry, it's just such a weird thing. It's a weird thing to say after with a straight face. Yeah, it's a bit of a flex, and he says it with like a totally straight face.
Videos to tell you why.
Him and Parker talked about it in much more detail. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Like mass unaliving.
Hold on. Actually, yes. Let's check it out. Okay. Charlie Kirk and Parker. Let's check out what they're saying.
And we just ran. We didn't want to get in the cross. Holy fuck, dude! It's just like the fact that like,
which is here in about a week.
I'll be real. I'm scanning for Dean crying. That's what I'm doing right now. This is after. This is now.
And then just...
He's gonna cry when he sees the video up close, and then I'm gonna be like, dude, I swear to God, I was in the grocery store, and I was like a little bit... It's fucked up to see it. It's actually fucked up to see it. I'm not joking. Okay, I'll go back to Parker in just a second.
Charlie
Give me a
Kirk,
second.
how he is doing. Still no word whatsoever. I'm also going to go ahead and quickly talk or send a message to Parker. So if you're curious, Parker was there. I want to make sure that he's okay. I'm going to go ahead and shoot him a message. By the way, I still just wanted to be clear that it's been an hour and 20 minutes since he was shot, and had all of the blood gushing out of his neck, and he's still alive, which is great, which is a miracle.
Oh God, are we gonna watch him click on something and it's gonna be like Charlie Kirk is dead?
Oh. A goddamn fucking miracle.
Uh-huh.
I'm hearing other reports that he might be in surgery.
Okay.
And then also, somebody in my YouTube chat brings up a good point, because I was just criticizing that lady for smiling in that clip. It very well just could be a couple ticks over. Very fair. There's a handful of independent journalists that are saying he is dead. Say report from a reliable newsfeed. I mean,
waiting to hear from a reliable place. He's gonna pull up the Trump Truth Social, isn't he? That's a reliable place right now.
Just confirmed 2 minutes ago by Trump on Truth Social.
Yep.
Doesn't deserve that, man. Him and his family, they don't deserve that.
It's true.
His kids don't fucking deserve that, man.
Oh, it's the same thing that caught me? Yeah. I think the fucked up thing is, yeah, I feel like to me, it's weird to do this on stream necessarily, but whatever. Whatever.
His wife and children were in attendance, dude. Imagine.
Yeah, they were. Okay, so he's also saying this. They were in attendance. Yeah, it's like fucked up.
You know, imagine being a 12-year-old, watching your dad fucking die. Nobody deserves that. Not even Charlie Kirk. Nobody deserves that.
Okay, that's a little fucked up. Nobody deserves that. Not even Hitler. Not even Charlie Kirk, okay? Nobody deserves that. Yeah, I pulled this dick tweet up earlier, Evil Johnny Bravo, where he's pointing to the trans person. I just think it's kind of irresponsible, like, more than kinda. Insanely irresponsible of him. Like, ludicrously irresponsible.
Man.
Honestly, as far as, like, Dean goes, what I expected here was for him to, like, think about what this means for him and a bunch of other, like, insane, like, totally insane shit that he would say. And I think, actually, Dean did a good job here. Dean is saying some good stuff. So, you know what? Big ups, big ups. I'm going to go back to the beginning. Apparently, Parker is upset here at the beginning.
And Parker, like I said, man, if you need some time...
he's definitely talking him down.
Right. And I said this earlier, and I'll say it again now. I want everybody to keep in mind that you should feel the exact same way. Okay? if you're sitting at home... we've been live over on TikTok for around an hour now. Brett Cross, who's the father of a child that died at the Old Vade school shooting, he joined us for a little bit. He spoke, he talked, and that's exactly what he said too. All right, you can't cheer gun violence on. You can't cheer.
Oh, let's go, Bob Rob. Thank you for the 10 gifted. That's automatically 2 hours on the stream. Thank you very much, Bob Rub. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
A father of 2 young children possibly dying on, even if you really don't like that father. You know, for the last year or so, I have been the enemy of Charlie Kirk, right? You know, showing up to his event at Texas A&M, trying to debate him, talking to him on Jubilee, making videos saying that he's running from me, etc. And here I am, making myself so very clear here. I completely, 110% condemn what happened to Charlie today. It is disgusting. It is dystopian. It is wrong. And it makes me sick to think about the state of the country. And if you disagree with that, there's now a line.
God, there's just so many people who are just making the correct call on this. Yeah, it's just there's so many human beings out here on the internet.
Between you and me. And I said this earlier, and I just really want to repeat it now with 50,000 people in the stream.
I'm going to real quick just say, Bob Rub again, thank you for the 10 gifted. Massive. Really appreciate it, dude.
Don't make this an issue of right versus left. Please don't. Don't make this an issue of right versus left. Okay? Right? Because inevitably, if that line that separates the people that condemn this to the people that celebrate this falls in between the right and the left, then I will agree with the right on this issue, right? And
oh shit, this guy's like all the way over in the correct lane. Like, hey, if you're gonna make this about like, oh, you know, I can't condemn violence until something, like, no, I'll just agree with the right. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'll just separate entirely. Fuck you. Oh my god! How does Dean keep winning?
I don't want to do that. So don't make that line fall in between the parties. Okay, it shouldn't be right versus left.
Electrical Run 316. Yes, and people on the left will do it too. People on the left will do the same thing. Don't focus on the extremists from the other side. Focus on the broad basis of opinion on the other side. Focus on the people who are unhinged. And know that the unhinged people, bad things will happen. The unhinged people will try to spin that against you, try to spin it so that, like, their side attacks you or your side attacks them, whoever the unhinged people are, wherever they are, right? It's just extremists. Don't let extremists fighting extremists turn you into an extremist. It's so stupid.
It should be humanity versus inhumanity. Condemn gun violence. We need to end gun violence. Regardless of who it happened to.
Okay, I see the sleight of hand there. I see
and
you.
Parker, like I said, man, if you need some time to decompress, to think.
Oh. Wait, Parker was at the event?
You know, I really want to, and it's still setting in, to be honest, because like.
Oh,
dude.
Jesus. Parker was, oof. That, you know, maybe I'm starting to understand why he was freaked out.
Fuck, it's just, there's a few, like, it's just so.
Someone said Parker made this about himself, but like, Parker was at the fucking event. That takes on a way different tone. I think you're okay to make it about yourself if you're sitting in line waiting to ask a fucking question and you're crying and you're like, this guy died in front of me. That's way different. You thought it was a mass shooting?
So fucking scary.
Jesus.
Oh my god, just seeing a gunshot, like hearing a gunshot go off. And like everyone just fucking running. That's like actually so fucking. Right. It's so scary not knowing what's gonna happen and like not knowing like if there's another person that's gonna get shot or like what's gonna happen or who got shot or what the fuck is going on. And everyone's just fucking running and terrified and like crying and like I'm like hyperventilating and fucking basically almost like I'm like dry heaving and like almost throwing up because of like literally the fucking I'm overheated and like I'm panicking and. I can't understand how people can.
This is what would Lab say about this lad? Probably not good things, okay? This reminds me a little bit of, do you remember when conservatives fucked with Hunter Avallone because he talked about how he like fled to hide behind stuff and like his girlfriend got shot and he didn't? I feel like this is the same thing where a bunch of people are like, you're kind of a bitch though. If I were there and the gunshots were fired around me, I would have stood in front of my girlfriend, okay? You're kind of a bitch. I just think it's like, that's real easy from the back row, okay? From the bleachers.
People can just like overlook that. I just don't get it, dude. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? I don't get it. And the reason why I feel such a need to fucking go on live stream and do this is because it's making me crash out. Why was I getting comments of people on my posts?
Bro, I saw this guy die, and I thought I was gonna die, and now I'm crashing out, guys. I'm just crashing out. They said I shouldn't stream about this, but I'm crashing out, okay? I don't.
Hundreds of...
I think this is, like, sincere. It seems, like, kind of performative to me because he's using the language, but I think it's actually sincere.
Likes. Hundreds of likes of people saying that. Of people fucking, like, literally liking bullshit like that instead of worrying if I'm okay.
Right.
I don't understand that, or worrying if other people are okay. Like, genuinely,
yeah,
what the fuck is
worrying
wrong
that
with
everyone is okay, wanting to end gun violence and condemning gun violence, right? And I mean, this is just kind of like a further explanation on like why I said what I said earlier. You know, Charlie Kirk wasn't the only individual impacted, right? That should be enough.
Okay, we found the retarded lefty part of the conversation. Listen. We have to stop gun violence because it wasn't just Charlie Kirk who was traumatized. Everybody who watched him bleed out in front of his family was also traumatized. And you need to think about them right now.
That should be enough to completely condemn it. That should be enough. A father, regardless of what their thoughts are, of two young children getting shot in the neck and having blood gush out of it. That should be more than enough to condemn it. Right? But consider everyone there. Consider Parker, bro. Consider, you know, my other friends that are on...
This is a good conversation. If you just give it like this is so early on where he's like, consider Parker. It's just a little, it's so early on that like they don't even know Charlie's dead yet. They don't find out Charlie's dead for like another hour on this stream. We got a Hinkle tweet. Hinkle. He used to be an Israel loyalist. He feared Israel would kill him. He started mildly criticizing Israel. He said Epstein was Mossad. He let anti-Zionists speak at his events. Zionist media started attacking him. Someone shot his jugular 200 yards away. Netanyahu tweets within minutes. Patsy gets arrested and acts guilty. Assassin escapes without a trace. Netanyahu tweets the longer message. Something tells me they're not going to give us the truth about who killed Charlie Kirk. Okay, while I disagree with this, this is kind of what I like. If I were to be conspiratorial, right, and to just say like my intrusive thoughts out loud, this would be like my intrusive thoughts would be something along these lines, right? Where like he was sort of slowly drifting to like letting people criticize Israel at TPUSA events. Maybe not the rest of it. Yeah. We must all pray for Charlie Kirk, who is being shot. Great guy from top to bottom. God bless him. Praying for Charlie Kirk. Oh boy. Oh boy. At the same time? At the same time! No way! At the same time. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. Who the fuck has intrusive thoughts about Israel? When you see a guy who's like the most prolific pro-Israel propagandist in America get shot, you might have some thoughts about Israel. If you're like informed on politics at all, Dingalingus, and know who Charlie Kirk is, and know what his organization's done to push like pro-Israel rhetoric, pro-Zionist rhetoric in the United States, you probably immediately have thoughts about Israel when he gets shot. If you think about politics. Sorry, immediately once you start considering political ramifications over human ones. Liberals are laughing and cheering about a man dying brutally in front of his wife and children. These people cannot be reasoned with. There will be no unity in America as we are. America is a ghost. It's like, I would say this is just more like piling onto the same kind of stuff. It sucks. I would just laugh at them, point out how they don't represent the majority. It's fucking stupid. These have to be shitposts? Probably not. Probably sincere. Oh, I do want to watch Dean's like compact statement on Charlie Kirk here.
He got shot at an event that he was hosting in Utah. And I am sad, distraught.
Give me a second.
In fact, I just cried on my live stream in front of 250,000 people. My goal in this video is to tell you why I feel this way. If you want to end gun violence, it is something that you can never celebrate. It is always disgusting, always vile, and always abhorrent. It should come as no shock to yourself.
You want to end... This is like the same, this is the same thing. I just cried on live. Yeah, we watched him actually cry on live.
I think Charlie Kirk was a bad person. I've made that very clear over the last year, but does that mean I think he deserves to lose his life? No. Does that mean I think his 2 young children, who were in attendance at the event where he was shot, deserve to watch their father die? No. Does that mean I think they deserve to grow up without him? No. Does that mean I think that his wife, who was also there, deserved to lose her husband? No. And honestly, if you answered yes to any of those questions, there's a very clear line drawn between me and you. I don't want your support, and I don't support you either. We as a collective need to end gun violence. And if that phrase is a negotiable for you, I believe that you're in the wrong.
I hate the political lean he's taking on this, though, because it's like, it's still pretty partisan, in my opinion. Like, he's saying, oh, we have to end gun violence. It's like, we have to restrict guns, and it's like, dude, just say it's bad? You could just say it's bad.
My thoughts and prayers go out to Charlie Kirk's friends, family, children, loved ones, as well as every single person in attendance at his event today in Utah.
Elizabeth Warren on people who say Dems need to tone down their rhetoric. Oh, please, why don't you start with the President of the United States and every ugly meme he's posted and every ugly word? Yeah, I'd say Trump is the impetus.
Oh, please.
I'm good with that.
Right, why don't you start with the President of the United States, right? And every ugly meme he has posted and every ugly word.
Yeah, I would say I think it starts with Trump. I think you could still just say, like, you know, I don't think this is indicative of her take where she's like, I condemn political violence. I'm sure she's got that take, right? She can give that standalone. But when it's like, oh, do Dems need to, like, tone down their rhetoric? I don't think Dem rhetoric is broadly violent. Right? I don't believe so. Doesn't seem to be to me. All right. We keep looking. We keep looking. Yeah, but I think that's like clipped in a way that makes it a little disingenuous, right? Like, I would want to see more of this interview. I don't believe this would be the only thing she said. Just because she's like a fairly savvy political operative, right? That seems a little clip chimp to me. To just be like her saying, no, start with the President of the United States. See, Nancy Mace say Dems need to take accountability for this, but when asked a second later if Republicans should take accountability for Minnesota, she says, what the fuck? No, but that sounds hypocritical and retarded. Oh, we got a broader thing here. Thank you. Appreciate this.
It's just wrong. And my heart goes out to his family, to his friends. But we just cannot be a country that turns to violence when we disagree.
Oh, so there's like the actual take, there's the obvious one.
What can Congress do about it, Senator?
Well, one thing Congress can do is gun safety. And every time there's a killing, the Republicans say this is not the time to talk about gun safety. And yet we have to. As a nation, we have.
So she did, listen, she followed JSTLK's rules for responsible political activism, okay? Never forget, guys, okay? First, Charlie Kirk was a husband and father. This is unacceptable. My thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Now let's get back to what's important. I need to use his death to push my political agenda. We need gun laws. We need legislation. We need gun control now. But she followed the rules, okay? She was a human first, and then she followed the rules. So, W. This is our official statement from National Ground Game and the Unfuck America Tour. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. The Unfuck America Tour creators, organizers, and staff are disturbed by the assassination of Charlie Kirk. The entire mission of National Ground Game and the Unfuck America Tour is to have good faith debates with our political opponents. We were really excited to meet with Charlie Kirk for our scheduled debate a week from Sunday and are devastated by this outcome. Oh, wait. Were they actually... Hold on. They were going to have a scheduled debate? Was Destiny debating Charlie Kirk? I didn't know about that. Charlie was a husband, a son, and a father who loved his country. Even though we disagreed with his political philosophy, we respected the hard work it took to build TPUSA, as our founder stated on CNN. Unfortunately, one of the UFA debaters was debating Charlie when this happened and had to witness this horrifying, traumatic event. Because of this, we are asking that people respect both our creators and our staff's privacy while we grieve. At this time, we have canceled all events until further notice. We are keeping Charlie's family, friends, and staff in our prayers and will be there for them if and when they're ready to reach out. We wholeheartedly condemn any and all political violence. I like that post. That's a good post. That's a good statement. Now, I think this is a really fucking weird statement, though, and I will point out, okay, the total lack of alignment between the headliner of your tour events and your statements is weird. It's weird to me, okay? It's just weird. Yeah, you can't have a headliner for your events that is going to take the tack that they do and then say, we condemn all of this, it's just all bad, like, this is really fucked up, and then the guy who's headlining your events is like, you're a fucking cuck if you do this. I'm gonna pull up the Trump thing. I have to use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, okay?
Fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain.
Wait.
The two with God by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep
Hold on, I gotta
faith.
listen.
And we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now
he's telepromptered up. I got
young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over
This is like a glaze session, I guess.
them in this terrible hour.
Which is fine, by the way. But I just, it's weird when the president of the United States does this. But he never misses an opportunity, right? He never misses an opportunity. And he called him a martyr, which I think is incorrect if you want to lower the temperature. That's incorrect, okay? Calling Charlie a martyr is already incorrect if you want to lower the temperature. You let that be decided by something else, okay? I think I don't like that. I don't like it.
Hour
Is
of
this AI? I
heartache and
don't
pain.
think so. Might be a filter.
This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year.
Okay. Now, this is where you have to, yeah, it's literally says you. I don't, brother. No, it's not even Nazis or, dude. Load up a highlight reel of the people he talks about. He only denigrates people, right? Every one of his opponents he denigrates. He does this exact thing too. This is crazy.
In the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is
Communist
directly
Democrats
responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and
Like,
it must stop.
This kind of disconnect is actually so fucking frustrating. That, like, he's so bad. He is literally leading the way on all of this stuff. Like, guys, demonizing your opponents like this will lead to terrorism. It's 100% conclusive. By the way, have you heard about the Communist Democrats and their plan to destroy America? Brother.
Right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others, radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act.
So he's trying to cement it as like a, he knows that it's gonna pull well, right? This is the reason that it's so, I don't know how to pull out of this spiral if I was an American. Dude, it's actually so bad. He's just gonna try to use this to say it is a civil war. We're in a civil war right now, right? We're in a civil war right now, and yeah, oh, by the way, you're a hero. I was telling somebody this earlier today, okay? If this was 2020, thank God this isn't 2027. If this was 2027, this would be, I cannot give up power right now. I will hold an election, but I need to run again because I need to hold the Democrats responsible for this. It would absolutely be leaning into that, right? If this was 2027 instead of 2025. Thank God if this had to happen, it happens in this year, and we can't do this shit, okay? But yeah, he's leaning into like, Charlie's a martyr, it is a civil war. He's leaning into all of it with enough plausible deniability that he could get away with it. It's like calibrated well. I have a feeling that this is just an entirely like teleprompter speech that somebody else gave him. I don't think these are his words almost at all. It's like somebody who understands Trump's tone, and then he's just taking the message they want him to give.
Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory.
So what is the point of lowering the temperature when the leader of their side is saying this shit? We're gonna be the most moral corpses ever, for real. Well, one, I would say, it does seem like there's violence from both sides. You can literally try to get rid of the violence on both sides, and I think you reach people a lot better if you are trying to get rid of the violence on both sides. You can say, oh, what's the point in lowering the rhetoric? God, it works so well on people. Yeah. This is like the exact thing that keeps Israel and Palestine in a forever war, right? Is like, you have people on the Palestinian side who want to negotiate, but then, you know, some extremists go and suicide bomb a fucking bus station, and it's over. Now the extremists on the Israel side say that's who they are, that's who they all are, we can't negotiate with these people, right? And everyone just falls for this every single time. It's just sad. But it will work. It always works. It literally never fails. Congratulations, I'm totally black-pilled now. It's the wrong thing to do, but nobody will be able to prevent themselves from engaging in this, so you're fucked. It's like fucking over. Or sorry, yeah, it's totally fucking over. You guys are totally fucked. Good luck.
May God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
People aren't smart enough to dodge it. It's actually just over for you guys. What was Nancy Mace saying? Some dumb shit, no doubt?
Democrats own what happened today. I am devastated. My kids have called panicking. All the kids of every conservative in the country called panicking. Just because you speak your mind on an issue doesn't mean you get shot.
Then, by that logic, do Republicans own the shooting of the 2 Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Isn't this on both sides?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm asking.
We don't know what condition Charlie Kirk is in right now.
Charlie! I need a shield, Charlie! Charlie Kirk is dying somewhere. Charlie Kirk is dying! How dare you? Okay? Did that Minnesota guy not kill anyone? Those people are already dead. We don't even have to ask. Listen, Charlie Kirk is dying, and I'm trying to use his corpse to attack people. Can you fuck off? Jesus.
Some raging leftist lunatic put a bullet through his neck, and you want to...
We still don't know that, by the way. Man, that's crazy that people just pretend. We used to go through... We used to play a game, okay? We used to play a game amongst people on, like, social media all over the place where they're like, I bet this is, like, a Muslim. I bet that there was a Muslim who drove that car through those people, okay? I bet it's a Muslim. And other people would be like, no, it's a white dude. It's a white dude. And we used to play this game. But we would hold off! And now it's like, they don't even wait to find out. They're like, that was a Muslim. I'm going to report it as a Muslim? Some Muslim lunatic who hates America, who's like a Wahhabist, jihadist, terrorist, suicide bombing freak, okay? Attacked our country. And like then it comes out it's a white guy and they just don't ever address the fact that they said that. Right? But now they just say it. They don't even wait.
Want to talk about Republicans right now? No.
No, I'm asking
not
you.
at all.
You said the Democrats have to own it too.
But Democrats own this.
But isn't there a problem with political violence across the spectrum?
Yeah, we're talking about Charlie Kirk right now. That's the subject of this that we're talking about right now. Democrats are...
This person's a complete ghoul as well. See, the king has spoken, okay? Despite his father not doing well, the king has spoken. Let's see what the king had to say, all right? Anyone surprised at what happened to Charlie Kirk hasn't been paying attention. Go anywhere, Reddit, Twitter, etc., and you'll find thousands of unhinged direct calls to violence over politics. Until it's addressed for what it is, things like this will continue to happen. Did I hit the voice? I think I hit the voice pretty good there, right? I think we did a good job. What does he mean by addressed?
I will just
addressed
be
for
your
what it is.
pig.
I don't know.
Ruben donated $3. Didn't
Hello.
see vid, but blood came out his neck like a fountain. A neck fountain? I think Nick Fuentes had something to do with this.
Okay. Oh, I get it. If you guys don't know, Fuentes, I believe, is Spanish for fountain. That's, Jesus, Ruben. Jesus Christ, dude. Asmongold video response on AUK 20,000. Asmongold put out a video? 15 minute, 50-second video? Let's fucking go. Oh, the Taylor Lorenz thing dropped today too. Dude. What a. Oh, you know what? Hold on, don't say that. I was gonna say content cornucopia, but you know what?
Hey guys, it's me again, and it's been a little while. Just before I get into the main topic of the video, I want to explain why there haven't been any videos. My dad has been in the hospital for the better part of a week now. Very serious situation. It has required my full attention. And because of that, I've been on calls, I've been dealing with other people, talking to members of the family, and doing everything that I need to be there for my dad and for my family during this situation. And because of that, I haven't been live and I haven't made a lot of videos. I apologize for that. Hopefully I'll be back as soon as possible. That being said,
I think literally everybody understands that.
We had something insane happen today, and I was able to break away a little bit earlier, and I wanted to make a video about it and talk about the obvious and inevitable nature of the assassination of Charlie Kirk. This happened a few hours ago, and it was probably one of the most gruesome and graphic, and this is coming from somebody who grew up on LiveLeak, videos I've ever seen. The first time I saw a video, I thought it was AI generated. The guy gets shot in the neck and blood is spurting out. I didn't even know it could do that.
I mean, this guy's just lying that he said he was on LiveLeak, okay? He's just lying.
And it was...
The disturbing thing was the quality of the video and the fact that it's somebody you, like, know, somebody you have, like, some understanding of or whatever. Like, usually with LiveLeak, it's, like, totally faceless people. Not literally, but figuratively faceless people, right? They're just anonymous people. You have no idea who they are. In this case, it's like, this is a guy everyone knows.
Absolutely fucking horrifying to see something like that happen in front of a massive audience of people. Now, if you don't know who Charlie Kirk is, Charlie Kirk has been a pretty noteworthy, controversial guy. He's a conservative. He goes to a lot of college campuses, does live debates. This is a pretty popular format nowadays, and Charlie Kirk has been popularizing it and utilizing it now for many years, and he was even featured in South Park recently because of it. Charlie Kirk definitely is not a super radical right-wing person, but I would say that he's more of the moderate to, kind of extreme right-wing. Very, very, I would say, lukewarm, though, in my opinion, at least especially, and this is where we're going, especially compared to now. Charlie Kirk definitely...
Sorry, I pulled up the Z tweet. Guys, stop sending me the same tweets, or whatever, like... If you're surfing streams and linking the same thing across streams, don't do that in my chat, okay? Just if you're, because we already covered that.
Definitely is not a super radical right-wing person, but I would say that he's more of the moderate to, kind of extreme right-wing. Very, very...
Like, he's not extreme in terms of, like, maybe economics or something. He's like a... Socially, he's extremely right-wing, though.
I would say lukewarm, though, in my opinion, at least especially, and this is where we're going, especially compared to now. And what I think is going to happen now, because obviously these shootings like this don't really happen inside of a vacuum, and they never do, they never have. And I think that the situation that we have right now is that there is a tremendous amount of political violence that is advocated for, promoted, and allowed to exist on social media that has turned up the temperature.
Oh, Assad is bad. Do I sense a Assad is bad coming? I feel like I do.
In all political conversations, all social conversations, and all discourse on the internet in general.
No, Rook, you're wrong. Charlie Kirk was fairly extreme in his beliefs, and like he's probably gonna push towards like some kind of theocracy. Like he thinks the church should have a way bigger role. I think he was more extreme. Now, in his specified views, was he like incredibly extreme? I just don't think he was moderate. He wasn't a moderate Republican. Like he was just as much of a populist retard as everybody else who's like super in with Trump, right?
To a point where it's almost unrecoverable. You have people that are out there all the time advocating for violence, advocating for people to get killed. Somebody needs to take care of this guy. Somebody needs to deal with this. I wish he were dead.
Come on, Asmongold. You gotta somebody needs to take care of this from us too? Come on, man.
Somebody do it. The 8647
Something's got to be done, guys. Something's got to be done.
All of the crypto messaging and all the doxing, right? Why do you dox somebody? Why do you post a person's home address? It's to make other people that are insane, like the person who killed Charlie Kirk, it's to give them the ammunition they need to kill that person. And
hold on. I don't think Asmongold feeds into the violence stuff at all. Unless I'm misunderstanding. I think the closest he came to that was some of the comments on Palestine, but I don't think Asmongold feeds broadly into the violence stuff. I don't think so.
To put that person's life in danger. That's why they're doing it. And so that's the reason why they want to find out the identities of ICE agents. That's the reason why they want to find out the identities of Tesla owners, like at the beginning of the year. It's so they can destroy their car and destroy their lives. And this isn't necessarily a one-sided thing. I think that in the last 5 years or so, especially since BLM, it's been a like 90% left-wing thing. But that doesn't mean that the 10% right-wing people are right either. But I do think that now you're going to see a lot more right-wing people balancing out those scales. The fact is that you can take a knife to a gunfight all you want, and you can think that you're honorable, but you're going to end up being dead. And I think that's what right-wing people...
I think this is so thought terminating. You say this to terminate thoughts, to get people on your side and terminate their thoughts. Guys, you can take a knife to a gunfight. You can have the whole conversation every time. If you're arguing that we need to nuke Japan, we can have that conversation a few times. We don't have to have that conversation once, right? We can have it multiple times. Yeah. Stop doing the thought termination of like, guys, you need to really just think about it. They're talking this way. We can't not talk this way. No, you should actually talk through that whole thought process every time with like everybody, right? But there's so many people who do this. Guys, what am I supposed to not take dark money? What am I supposed to... Republicans take dark money. Why would you get mad at me taking dark money? Right? No, you need to have more of a discussion with people. You absolutely do, like almost every time, because you can't just have it. I feel like it's so disingenuously used every time I see it. Like, stop criticizing me because these guys are bad. Just look at them, focus on how bad they are, and stop criticizing me because they're bad.
Have done for a very long time. They've tried to speak above the political violence. They've tried to advocate above it and not try to stoop down to that level. But the issue is that a lot of these social media companies have expressed literally zero desire to even do the bare minimum of moderation. I think that
I don't even think they should moderate these people if they're doing like coded calls to violence. I think they should just demonetize them. That's what I think you should do. You just take away any monetization they get from your platform for a little bit. What is this audio? Asmongold did this, I think, on his webcam microphone or some shit. I don't know what he's doing, okay?
The worst actors are Twitter or X and Reddit. Both of these platforms are full of a bunch of extremist nut jobs that not only should have their accounts banned, but they should probably be put in mental institutions. And I think that now, I find it to be kind of interesting taking a step back for a week or so and seeing how many people are...
Oh god, don't do the Tectone thing. Don't do the Tectone thing. Oh my god, if I have to listen to this guy go, guys, I unplugged from the Matrix for like 3 hours, and now I can see how blinded everybody else is by hatred. Shut the fuck up!
Are coming around to the inevitable reality that this is the only path forward. There are so many people in society now that are just completely unhinged, under-medicated, and really just completely insane that you can't have a person like that running wild out in society. They cause problems for themselves, not to mention everybody else around them. And I think that the society, we need to have an honest conversation about how...
Why did he do... What the fuck? I don't understand. This is after Charlie Kirk got shot, too. I don't... It's a bit, right? It has to be... It just has to be a bit. I don't understand. There's like... is it just important to like be different from other people? Is that the thing that's most important? You just tweet something out that's different from what other people are tweeting out and you just want to get... Is he wrong? Dude, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. No, that didn't happen, Jacob. I got blocked by him for making jokes at his expense a long time ago. Bro, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Dude. I don't understand the tweet.
how to deal with these people in a way that, and I'll be real, I don't really care about the people that are crazy. Their well-being and the way that, things are for them. Of course, obviously, I wouldn't want it to be bad, but it's certainly not important. What's really important is all the people who aren't crazy, making sure that people that are not crazy, that are good actors, that are law-abiding citizens, are able to live a life of peace, a life of prosperity, and a life without fear of going on the subway, for example, as at the recent event as well. And I think that every single person in the world deserves to live in
to secure our future for
place like that.
There's some okay, you secure the subway lines for white children or something like that.
And I don't want to see
I started cooking that statement, and then my brain shut off and I couldn't finish it. So
America turn into a PvP server, and it sure seems like it is. And I think that in order to prevent that from happening, we need to have honest conversations about what do you do with people that get arrested 14 times, and it's not even.
Oh, Syfy, are you unaware of this guy's normal rhetoric around flagging for PvP? That he that's how he talks about violence, basically violence against random civilians. He says that's you didn't flag for PvP. That's literally a phrase he uses a lot. Was Charlie Kirk flagged for PvP? He was not flagged for PvP, guys.
A question, right? You put them in jail and you throw away the key, and
you guys all cringe at flag for PvP when he's just reusing the wire thing, right? You remember the wire? These guys aren't in the game. That's all in the game, baby, okay? That's all in the game. We all play the game. And then the civilians, people who are outside of the game, they don't play the game, right? It's not cringe when The Wire does it. Is it just that it's black people doing it and they're cool? And when a white guy says flag for PvP, it's the same sentiment. It's the exact same sentiment.
Compel them to work, and that way you can make the money back from imprisoning them forever. That's the way that you solve that problem. It's very simple, actually. But for some reason, the way that makes people feel has made them unwilling to look at this obvious truth. If you look in history, this is what we've always done in history, and it's because it works. And the problem is that now we have so much of the discourse that's dominated by emotional thinking, that's dominated by the most unstable, the most virtue signal, the most, ridiculous performative empathy possible, and that's defining a huge political voice in the country. This has become a tremendous detriment to everyone. And I think that with people like the shooter that probably shot Charlie Kirk, with that guy in the subway that stabbed that Ukrainian woman, or with that trans shooter that shot up the school, one thing that's common among all of them is that these people, in almost all cases, were verifiably nuts beforehand, and nothing ever was done about it. And until we can stomach the idea of solving problems like that before they happen, we're going to keep having problems. And I think that with Charlie Kirk, it's very obvious that the amount of, political violence and advocating for political violence that's happening on the internet has turned up the temperature and created an environment and a culture where this type of behavior is normal. And not only is it normal, but it's actually encouraged. And the problem is that now people are acting on it. And you're starting to see this happen, and I think it's going to continue getting worse. I don't think Charlie Kirk is going to be the last one, but I think that we will look at Charlie Kirk's death and see it as a turning point in this topic. And what I'm really trying to get at...
Why won't people stop? Please stop doing the...
here with this entire point is that right now we are at a extremely pivotal moment. And I think that what's going to end up happening is that right-wing people are not going to continue to turn the other cheek. They're not going to continue to just, this is just a crazy left-wing radical. I think you're probably going to see right-wing people doing the same thing to left-wing people. And honestly, while I don't think this is a good thing, I certainly don't really feel that sorry for them. Because a lot of left-wing people have no problem advocating for violence, or at least using coded language in order to advocate for violence. The fact is that there's a certain level of intellectual dishonesty that goes on in situations like this where it's considered, oh, well, this isn't actually what they meant, and no, this is actually some others. No, it is. It's exactly what they mean. They're trying to advocate for killing people that they disagree with. That's what's happening, and there's no talking around it. And to the extent that you try to, you're insulting the intelligence of anyone that you're speaking to. And I think that now you're going to start seeing a lot of right-wing people end up doing this to left-wing people now even more, because it's very clear that these social media platforms are not going to moderate this behavior. The FBI, for whatever reason, just refuses to deal with or have any degree of accountability for dealing with these obvious terrorists that are in the country. And because of that, I think you're going to start seeing an uptick of violence from right-wing people as well. And this is going to be, in my opinion, I don't really think the word is justified, because it's not justified, but the word is expected. I think it's going to be expected. The fact is that, again, you bring a knife to a gunfight, you're going to lose. And don't be surprised when you keep bringing guns to gunfights and then somebody else decides to start shooting back. I think that's what's going to happen. And I think this is a degradation of society as a whole.
Don't be shocked when you bring guns to gunfights and people start shooting back. Guys, listen, don't be shocked when that implies that you were already shooting. That implies it was already gunfight. You already were shooting. Yeah, don't be shocked when people start shooting back.
And ultimately, the real burden of responsibility here doesn't really fall on influencers, and I don't think that it falls even on the commenters themselves. I think it falls primarily on the government. The fact is that the government, there are already laws that permit, explicit calls to violence. There's already laws that permit the types of stalking and doxing that people engage in online. And one of the big things that is a misconception is that people like me want new laws. We want any form of extra censorship at all. I certainly don't want that, and I don't know anybody else that does either. But what we do want is we want the existing laws to be applied and to be enforced in an accurate and a fair way, which is clearly not what's happening. And really, the government not doing that. And
is he not still talking about like doxing and shit here? There aren't like federal laws on this.
Giving this asymmetrical, in my opinion, advantage to left-wing people to fully and with complete freedom,
like advocate for violence,
practice genuine terrorism on a daily basis, and then congratulate each other about how moral and how good they are for doing it because something bad that happened in Palestine or something bad that Donald Trump did 3 years ago. This is just simply a response. This is what's going to happen. And so, and I think that that's probably what it's going to take for these left-wing people to realize what a bad idea what they've been doing is. Because until it starts happening to them, until they start having people...
I think Twitter used to be a lot harsher against like doxing and calls for violence. I think Elon's the guy who came and changed all of that, isn't he? I think Elon was the guy who was like, hey, unless it's illegal, it's allowed on Twitter. I think Elon's the person who created the platform that allows this. Like, he pushed the platform to allow this stuff.
People that are their friends or, their, like icons that they look up to, the same way people looked up to Charlie Kirk, until they start seeing those people get killed, I don't think it's really going to be real for them. And unfortunately, I think that's the path that we're headed down because of the government and social media companies and every other seemingly governmental apparatus that has just completely hand-waved this problem and ignored it entirely. So the death of Charlie Kirk and the assassination of him should not come as a surprise to anyone. This should be something that everybody could have expected. All you had to do is read Twitter for an hour and you could have told me this would have happened, of course. Same with Reddit. And until that core problem is addressed, you will continue to see a...
Now, will this core problem be addressed? Will Elon, from the mouth of Elon's God, will it be addressed, okay? Because I believe Elon does respond to the No, he responds to Asmongold's tweet, right? Elon does respond to that. Anyone surprised about this, blah, 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 blah. Elon just says, yes. Yes, yes, master. Yes! Did you see Asmongold ratio the fuck out of Krasenstein? Hold on. Asmongold reply on something else here today. At FBI, at FBI Director Cash, at X. Fuck you, coming after you. You thought you were cute with the 8,647 shirts and other coded calls for violence. Now it's happening to you. It's not going to stop. Now it's only going to get worse, and no one should have any sympathy for you. Be safe. This is gross. This is gross. This is fucking disgusting. Ugh. Ugh. Sounds like a call to violence. I'd say co-signing this is insane from Asmongold, but yeah. Yeah, I think that's fucking insane. I think that's fucking crazy.
Rapid decline in any type of social discourse, and I'm actually kind of afraid to see what's going to happen next, because I think it's just going to continue getting worse, and I don't see the reason for it to stop. And so anyway, I wanted to make this video because it's obviously a topic.
Oh, the 8647 stuff is... Dude, that's so stupid to pretend that that's like a call for violence.
You know, I've been talking about this a lot for the past few years now, and I was laughed at a lot, and people were telling me it wasn't that big of a deal, and oh, they were joking. Well, I saw the video. That wasn't a joke. And the reality is that those jokes and everything create a culture and an environment where the actual actions are more permissible. And you also have people that are the ones telling the quote jokes that are talking around just, you know, directly, you know, saying that this is a bad thing and it shouldn't be tolerated for any reason. You have, I don't want to go through a bunch of different names, but anybody, this is the way I look at it, I'm just going to make a categorical judgment here, is that any content creator or anybody like this who has been advocating for violence against a person in an extrajudicial way. I'm not talking about trying people who they disagree with for treason. This is advocating for the judicial process to be used against people they disagree with. I think that's fine. But whenever you have people that are saying things like through a bunch of different names, but anybody, this is the way I look at it, I'm just going to make a categorical judgment here, is that any content creator or anybody like this who has been advocating for violence against a person in an extrajudicial way. I'm not talking about trying people who they disagree with for treason. This is advocating for the judicial process to be used against people they disagree with. I think that's fine. But whenever you have people that are saying things...
The problem is, the judicial process, you're protected from anything that is not an actual incitement of violence. It's all protected under the First Amendment. There's no reason to go through the judicial process because all of this stuff, all of the coded language shit is not even close to an actual incitement of violence. It will all be protected by the by the First Amendment. You don't have to go to, like, literally nobody will ever try this. What law are we looking for?
Things like 8647 or anybody who's advocating for...
Yeah, that's not advocating for violence, and advocating for violence in a coded way is not against, yes, the Brandenburg test. All of this stuff fails the Brandenburg test. It will all fail. It will all be permissible speech. There's no reason to take any of it to court because the First Amendment will protect all of them. You might as well be arguing for a constitutional amendment against the #1 founding principle of America that you defend.
Any form of extrajudicial justice.
Brain damage.
Extrajudicial justice, and basically vigilante justice on people who they disagree with politically. You have to realize that all of those people, I think, have made themselves acceptable targets. And I think that...
Wait. Oh, dude, I didn't think... Rhinox keeps saying this guy looks like he's GIF. I need to just hear what he said again.
On people who they disagree with politically. Who's advocating for any form of extrajudicial justice, extrajudicial justice, and basically vigilante justice on people who they disagree with politically. You have to realize that all of those people, I think, have made themselves acceptable targets. And I think that there's a lot and millions of people out there nowadays that see that. And I think that...
extrajudicial justice. That's really imprecise. You'd think that this guy would have learned, like, quite a while back after his Palestine thing, right? You think he would have learned not to, like, say super inflammatory shit with no precision, with, like, 0 precision. This guy's got, like, 2% accuracy, okay? He's got absolutely no plus chance to hit at all, Okay, he is like totally debuffed. His accuracy's at 2%, and he can't make statements effectively at all. And he just says shit like this. Like, he doesn't know what the laws are. He doesn't know how freedom of speech applies to any sort of court case. He's like, yeah, I think these people should be punished to the full extent of the law. They are already being punished to the full extent of the law. The law has no power over them whatsoever, Asmongold.
That should be extremely worrying for them. Should be terrible.
You're saying they're valid targets. Hold on.
But whenever you have people that are saying things like 8647, or anybody who's advocating for any form of extrajudicial justice, extrajudicial justice, and basically vigilante justice on people who they disagree with politically, you have to realize that all of those people, I think, have made themselves acceptable targets.
Okay, so any calls to violence at all, it shouldn't just be people they disagree with, it should be any calls to violence. He's already advocating for anything that could be interpreted as a call to violence, should mean you are a valid target for violence back. He's he's kind of, in the spirit of Charlie Kirk, okay? What does America need to stop violence? More guns. If I can make an argument that I interpreted your shit as calling for violence, I can do whatever I want. Dude, we're just throwing any ideas at the wall to see what'll stick nowadays, I guess.
And I think that there's a lot and millions of people out there nowadays that see that. And I think that should be extremely worrying for them. It should be terrifying. But the reality is that they have created that environment themselves through their own actions, through their behavior, and through their own words. You reap what you sow. And I think that things are about to get a whole lot worse. So anyway, guys, I wanted to make this...
Jesus Christ! Dude, this is actually so much worse than I thought it would be. This is so much worse than I thought it would be. Dude. This is crazy. That he's going like this far? Yes, he doesn't understand how any standard that he ever advocates for applies to himself. He is totally incapable of seeing it. He's totally incapable of understanding it. Now Tectone's video? Wait, Tectone's video is not this, is it? Oh, it is! Oh, Tectone did a video! Oh, shit! Okay. Okay, now I'm locked in. I'm gonna get a pop here. We're gonna finish the Asmongold video. We'll go over to this one. Dude. Oh. There's like infinite retardation on this. There's infinite retardation all over the place. Anywhere we look, there's somebody saying something stupid. Let's go. Okay, hold on. There's one other thing I was looking at here. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, there's this real quick. Okay, we need to do Asmongold, and then I got a clip, and then No, I don't got a clip. Never mind. We got
video and talk about it. And that's about all I've got to say. So I hope to be back soon. I'll record videos when I can, here and there. But for the most part, as I said before, my dad has had so many really serious issues going on. I need to devote my full attention to making sure that he's healthy and taken care of. And so as much as I look forward to streaming, this has to take priority. I don't have a time frame. It will probably be a matter of weeks.
Like, I think this video should have you automatically demonetized on YouTube. Your content should be demonetized automatically. Like, literally, you could just build AI filters to say, but not demonetized like just the video. Your account should be demonetized for like a month. If you're openly saying violence is okay in any circumstance, automatically for a month, demonetized. No money. Right? And what does that take away from Asmongold? That's probably taking like thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars away from Asmongold. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines every time he says stupid shit like this. I think he should still be allowed to talk. I don't think you should actually deplatform him. Because it's not a direct call to violence. And even like some of this stuff, like you could make arguments around it. But if you're like playing it cute, I think you should lose all of that money.
Weeks, and maybe not even that long until I'm back regularly.
I would draw the line at explicit incitement versus implicit. I think they have to start backing people off, and I don't think it should be like long periods of time right off the bat. But you have to start backing people away from the line, because the problem is you are monetarily incentivized to create inflammatory content that upsets you, upsets your viewers, and then say something that's over the line, to have a hot take. You're totally monetarily incentivized to do that, and until you get rid of the monetary incentive to say the most retarded things possible, this will continue to happen. Like shit like these people will do, the things they're gonna do, they'll continue to raise the temperature, right? You did eliminate the incentives entirely. But now, I don't know how you actually enforce this effectively, because to me, obviously you start putting this into place, it's probably going to get abused in the same way other things do, and it's probably going to end up being like partisanly enforced on different platforms in different ways. So I don't know. I just like something has to happen, man. You cannot give people money for total like takes that they're monetizing the downfall of your country. That's what they're doing. You have to stop that. You have to stop monetizing the downfall of the country. I don't know how you get it done. I don't know how you make it effective. I don't know how you make it like non-biased, but it has to happen somehow.
And so hopefully that's the case. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Another senseless death that never needed to happen. And I think that anybody who was, talking about this and turning up the heat on any of this type of political rhetoric and discussing, or at least, flirting with the idea of political violence, I think all of those people have made themselves acceptable targets in all of the worst ways possible. And I don't think that this is a good thing either, but I think it's happened. So anyway, guys, thank you all very much for watching. And I guess I'll see you soon. Anyway, peace.
Peace. Okay, goodbye, Charlie. So is this preceded? This is 1 hour ago. When did we get White Lives Matter? We got White Lives Matter 5 hours ago. So Tectone saw Charlie Kirk die. He tweeted White Lives Matter, and then he made this video, okay? Are we going to hear about the demon in Tectone's heart? The demon in his soul? Are we going to hear about this today? Guys, I'm a bitter, bitter man. The more I learn about the world, the more bitter I become. Where is that? I need that quote from the previous video. Hold on. Tectone. I just need it right now. I have to stop everything to find my Tectone quote, okay? We need it.
Aaron, myself is gonna be way different. I am a...
Oh, that was it.
Group, I'm gonna be chill. Aaron, myself is gonna be way different. I am a bitter, bitter, bitter man. And you wanna know why I'm so bitter? Because the more you get informed in this world, the more you realize how disgusting this world is. I want everybody to know, I'm not taking this break so I can be happy again. Absolutely not. I mean, I'm doing this because I want to enjoy my life. I'm very...
Bitter man. Okay. Goodbye, Charlie. We're here for it. The new techie video. He also released a different video today. 2 videos today. Just to be clear, the other one I'm sure is going to be stupid. But this one, I'm excited for how stupid this might get, okay? I'm gonna hit play on this. I'm gonna grab a pop really quickly. I'll only be like 10 seconds.
Sorry about the shit quality on my phone, but I just have a lot of thoughts about what's going on in the world right now. I got a chest and sternum tattoo today for 4.5 hours, and I thought that was going to be the most pain that I felt today. And then,
no way!
Well, in case you didn't.
No way! Guys, another one of my heroes has died. It turns out Tectone picks his heroes, okay? By seeing who has died most recently, whose tragedy he can farm, and then carrying that forward into the future. Alright? When he saw Wreckful die, he was like, this is an opportunity. When he saw Onision die, that was an opportunity. Now he sees Charlie Kirk die, and Charlie Kirk is one of his heroes. Okay? Having a publicly, what do you call it? Like viral death is the key to becoming one of Tectone's heroes.
And check the,
Onision died? Didn't Onision die? Am I crazy? I thought it was Onision. Onision's the guy who died, isn't he? Or am I getting the wrong name there? Maybe Onision didn't die. Who is the black creator who killed himself? It's not Onision, it's a different name then. Etika. I think it was Etika he talked about. I was thinking of Etika. I don't know why I confused those two. I never watch any Etika content. I don't know anything about him. But I think Etika is the other guy. That's my bad. That's my bad. No. It was Etika. It was Etika. I think he talked about how Etika and he talked about not Onision. I don't know why I confused those names. That's my bad. It was Etika and Wreckful. Jesus Christ. Okay. It was not Too Mad. Shut up with Too Mad. It was not Too Mad. Anyway, we're continuing.
The news and well,
guys, he thought the most painful thing he did today was his 4-hour tattoo, okay? The 4-hour tattoo, he thought that, but then he saw what happened to Charlie Kirk, and then he knew what real pain was. I didn't know what pain was. I thought the chest tattoo was bad, and then I saw what they did to Charlie Kirk, what these deranged leftist lunatics did to Charlie Kirk.
In case you didn't.
And then I really got mad.
Check the news or Twitter, or God forbid you check Blue Sky. Charlie Kirk was assassinated live in front of hundreds of people with a bullet to the neck for about 25 minutes. People thought there might be a chance of him surviving. Anybody who saw the footage would know that was definitely not going to be the case. Recommend you not look into it if you're squeamish. We've seen a lot of death lately, whether that be the multiple white women who have been slaughtered like dogs on public transit or in parks. You know, Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated with a bullet to the throat. What's happening in the world
Amazing.
right now is deeply unsettling.
Amazing. Let's run it back.
Whether that be the multiple white women who have been
multiple white women now. Multiple white women, not just that one on the subway. Okay, multiple white women
like
dying.
dogs on public transit or in parks. You know, Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated with a bullet to the throat. What's happening in the world right now is deeply unsettling. It has really slowly started to change me how awful the world is right now. And by the way,
oh god, I just felt the full body shock. I just got the for the first time ever. I'm sorry, I am laughing at something else. Okay, I'm not laughing at him even. I got linked something, and I just got the full body shock. You saw the side profile of Z for the first time. Dude, what the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This makes the Kilo tweet in response to me today so much funnier. The Crimson Chin tweet. By my mother's mandibles, Stephen. This looks very bad for me. I'm so sorry. I totally lost where I was in the Tectone thing. I totally lost my shit. I lost it.
who was assassinated with a bullet to the throat.
Sorry, we're going back. We're covering.
What's happening in the world right now
stuff,
is
okay?
deeply unsettling. It has really slowly started.
You can hear him doing the pirate software voice. It has really softly
started to change. It has.
It's like trying. He's gonna do the voice. He's just gonna
really slowly started to change me how awful the world is right now. And by the way, if you've been on Blue Sky, yes, in fact, Charlie's death is being celebrated by far too.
Oh no! Tectone is doing the aristocracy play. Tectone is willingly traumatizing himself, okay? He's watching the video of Charlie Kirk dying again and again, and he's going on Blue Sky to watch leftist commentary with them laughing at him, right? He is traumatizing himself by following the most vitriolic accounts. Amazing. Amazing! Dude, this level of self-victimization is not usually seen, okay? It's not really in white people's genes, not white men's genes. He's like pioneering white woman tech for white dudes. What an incredible innovation. Why? Why? Weird tweet. Weird tweet. Oh, whoops, Crimson Chin. We're back.
Many people for me to be comfortable with this fact. In case you don't.
The white woman tears? No, the self-victimization of just like going and like forcing yourself to be victimized, right? Like you didn't have to go look at Blue Sky to watch like insane lefties who literally only exist. It's literally only communists on there. You didn't have to go watch them celebrate this. You didn't have to do that, but he decided he wanted to do that. He wanted to do that to himself today, okay? That was really important to Tectone, to do that to himself today, all right? I have to go and be the victim, guys. I gotta figure out how I can do it. Let me go watch all of these leftists like celebrate Charlie Kirk dying over and over and over again.
Don't know who Charlie is. He was a right-leaning political commentator. Some might even say he was a far-right political commentator because he's not supporting terrorism, so that means he's a fucking Nazi.
Bro, these people are so out to lunch on all political discourse, and he is commenting on politics like he understands anything. My God! Oh! So what he just said was, because this guy doesn't endorse terrorism, he's a Nazi. Implying that, like, there's the only place left of this guy is, like, Hassan and their ilk. Like, the actual, like, communists or, you know, socialist-leaning people. There's like, you just missed America's entire population between these two positions. Like, 95% of America's population, you missed. They all exist. All of them exist.
Oh my God. Yeah. Charlie Kirk was one of the few political commentators who really kept it.
80% of Americans exist between Hassan and Charlie Kirk? What? It's definitely 90%. It's definitely 90% of voting Americans. For sure.
Fair. And what I mean by that is, he's a commentator who wouldn't be there to shove his opinions or his thoughts or his beliefs down your throats or anybody else's. He is someone who believed in a civil discussion.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Tectone doesn't know anything about these people. Tectone knows fucking nothing. Tectone is going to be collabing with Nick Fuentes within 2 months. Like hardcore. He will not be able to resist, okay? Tectone is so influenceable. He is so retarded and he's so like clout driven. He is going to be like on a mainstay with like Fuentes in like a month or two. 100%. 100% he'll be like softening everything about the guy. 100%. Because he has no defenses. He's just like, yeah, Charlie Kirk was a guy who like really appreciated like a conversation. And he didn't force anybody's opinion down their throat, okay? He didn't force his opinion down anybody's throat. I can feel myself becoming radicalized. Don't. That's what radicals want. In hard times, strong people with deep principles have to stand up. God, do I do it? Do I like risk it? Do I risk it? Like, it's actually... No. Unfortunately, that is actually the correct opinion right now. That's actually the correct opinion. I actually have to like it. I don't like Erudite, and it's insane that she'll like stand next to Destiny and say the correct opinion, but have no moral backbone to like stand up and risk like her money or clout for it. But it is the right opinion. I'm not gonna like the tweet, but it is actually the tweet that's actually important right now. Unfortunately, okay. Do it in bookmark it? No. God. Tectone's the worst. Tectone is the worst.
Where he would sit down with a peer, where he'd sit down with someone in opposition to him, regardless of your viewpoint.
I can't like the tweet because of Erudite's like trying to pin her like swatting on me. I will never like that tweet because she's perfectly fine lying about people who challenge her clout, and she doesn't stand on her morals to like in opposition to her clout. So I won't like her tweets because she's a total piece of shit. But in general, that is the right opinion to have here.
A peer, where he'd sit down with someone in opposition to him.
Sure, Syfy, you could say this, but hey, I'm looking for anything, okay? Look for anything.
Regardless of your views, he is someone who believed in a civil discussion, where he would sit down with a peer, where he'd sit down with someone in opposition to him. Regardless of your viewpoint, he was very much down to talk. I've learned a lot.
That's not true. That's literally not true at all. In fact, there are a lot of people who wouldn't talk to Charlie Kirk, or Charlie Kirk wouldn't talk to. Hassan was literally going to debate him in 2 weeks? Yeah, I know Hassan was going to debate him in 2 weeks. That is not. There are a lot of people Charlie Kirk wouldn't talk to. Okay, including the guy who will own this guy's mind in like 2 weeks to 2 months. Okay, would never talk to Fuentes ever. Would never have a discussion on Israel at all.
From Charlie Kirk recently, where I watched his debate and discussion.
Oh, wait. He did have the thing with
gun
Dave Smith
safety.
recently.
And it's very nice to see someone who was willing to put aside their political belief differences and just talk to people as people and come to a mutual understanding of why you believe this, why I believe that, and maybe we can meet somewhere in the middle, or maybe we'll stay on opposing sides. Regardless, they were just there to present their beliefs. I believe the first talk on what he was doing at the college campus, which they're calling a school shooting, by the way. It's not a school shooting. If you call it a school shooting, you're a retard.
It's stupid.
Assassination. It was a very intentional, very deliberate assassination. He was talking about what was going on between, the black on white crime, I believe. I haven't seen the full video yet, and I believe he was about to talk about
Tectone was actively watching Charlie Kirk debates with college kids, okay? Like some Crowder videos, some Change My Mind shit, okay? He's watching these, and he's like, dude, this guy was talking about, black on white crime it's the first time he's ever heard it. It's the first time he's ever engaged with politics. He thinks Charlie Kirk is like Jesus when it comes to politics, all right? And then Charlie Kirk was taken away from him. He just watched his, political Jesus get crucified. And Tectone's in a rough place right now, okay? This guy never engaged with politics at all, and now he's using this platform that he's built to try to engage with politics. Him and Asmongold, dude, it's the worst. This guy is amazing. It is funny content, but he's had to post this video ASAP without doing a few Google searches.
transgender shootings, and well, how apropos that's when that happened. And I think that the feeling of blue sky celebrating a man's death because you don't share their political views. You are a disgusting fuck. No one, and I mean this, no one deserves to die because they have a different political belief than you. You can jail them.
I think that's just incorrect. I don't even think he believes that. I don't think he believes that. I think he would say probably people who are terrorists, they have different political beliefs than you, right? They probably deserve to die in his opinion. Almost anybody, in his opinion, I would imagine anybody who advocates for the death of other people thinks you is somebody he'd approve violence on. You can jail them.
And I mean this. No one deserves to die because they have a different political belief than you. You can jail them if you want, if it's truly that severe and they act on it, but it's
this guy, people just don't understand America when they say shit like this, right? Listen, I think it was was it Osama bin Laden who said, give me liberty or give me death? I think that's an Osama bin Laden quote, right? Am I correct on that? That's Osama bin Laden? Or is that spiritually something a concept that America's kind of founded on? It wasn't one of the founding fathers who said it literally, was it? I don't think it was. But it's essential. Oh, wait, it was Patrick Henry. It was a founding father. Okay, Patrick Henry said it. Fathers, yeah. But people just don't get it. Listen. Liberty, freedom, these things are important. You don't just say, oh, well, actually, you can just jail people if they say things you don't like. You don't have to kill them. Yeah, I guess we should have just jailed Charlie Kirk, guys.
It's just a guy who didn't do anything wrong other than present a different point of view and was honestly the most civil person to do it. No one else was willing to debate anybody in the way that Charlie was. No one else was willing to sit down and talk to people and try to get to a mutual understanding like Charlie was. He wasn't a...
That's true. There's nobody like Charlie. Charlie's totally unique in this. Yeah, I agree with Tectone, actually. Nobody would do this like Charlie would, okay? This video is so perfectly emblematic of the problem with Tectone. He doesn't care about being correct. He's just I have these thoughts and I'm going to say them as if they're really true and really correct. And nobody is going to, just because I'm confident, people are going to, follow me and listen to me. Yeah, I know, Ryle.
Radical extremist. He was a very reasonable man. and he was killed, slaughtered. And I'm sorry, guys, from the Irna Zarutsky footage to the Charlie Kirk footage, I'm deeply unsettled. However, I'm very grateful that I am still alive, and I want to let you know that if you're out there, never take your life for granted and appreciate those you have around you before they're gone, because right now there are people being hunted like dogs, and it's deeply unsettling.
Wait, who's the... Oh, white women. White women being hunted like dogs. I was like, wait, who's being hunted? Oh, it's white women, right.
I think the reaction from the news is an absolute fucking joke. People are trying to sympathize with killers. To Carlos Brown, who killed Irna, they're saying...
Irna. Bruh, dude, find me a clip of this motherfucker clowning on Hassan for doing the Arab accent when he's saying Arab words, okay? Because I know it exists. I know it exists, and this guy just tried to do, like, the Slavic accurate accent to say Irna. Irna. It's like, bro, come on, dude.
This is an absolute fucking joke.
So
people are
performative.
trying to sympathize with killers. To
yeah, he's doing the Chazza. In Chazza.
Carlos Brown, who killed Irna, they're saying, yeah, but what made him like that? Well, you don't understand how he felt. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing where we are sympathizing with fucking murderers? What are we doing when websites are protecting people from being called fat and ugly and a whore?
Dude, do you see how quickly he brings it back to himself? Dude, Twitch is protecting Denims and Frogan from me making fun of them, and then they call me a rapist, and Twitch won't ban them. It's Twitch, it's these websites.
What are we doing when websites are protecting people from being called fat and ugly and a whore more than we're...
Dude, it's crazy that I went into the Dean and Parker videos expecting them to be hyper soy retards who victimized themselves, who made it about themselves. And to be honest, Parker did a little bit, but it's understandable with him being right there when Charlie got shot, like being in the line apparently to ask questions. Okay? But it's Tectone who's doing it. Tectone's the person who is using Charlie Kirk's death to complain about his Twitch ban. This is shameful fucking behavior, dude.
Punishing people for calling for the deaths of our senators as well as the citizens, as well as radicalizing audiences to enact violence while recording themselves breaking the fucking law. Are we...
I actually don't know that one. Recording themselves breaking the law?
All seeing the same fucking shit online? Are we... Guys, I have been banned for nearly 2 months total over the past 4 months for calling...
He's unironically, he released a video to use Charlie Kirk's death and how disturbing it was to complain about his Twitch bans. Dude, get this guy... I'm about to flag for PvP. I'm literally about to flag for PvP based on this video, okay? Asmongold's gonna deem me a fucking valid target. This is crazy. I'm fucking losing it right now.
Names. Yet there are people out there calling for the deaths of other people, political figures, and attempting to radicalize and weaponize their fucking audience to hurt people and kill them.
This is crazy.
Who have gone unpunished. What the fuck are we doing? What is possibly going on in the world today? This is disgusting. It is. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. It's pathetic. It's a joke.
Guys, can you imagine living in a world where they can call for Charlie Kirk's death? Literally, give me any example of that happening. But I can't call Denims a whore? Can you imagine we live in a world where people can call for, like, other people's death? Okay, Hassan can tweet that gun, and I can't call Frogan fat for the 50th time. It's so fucked up.
I can literally feel in real time my...
Dude, I swear to God, if he cries about Charlie dying after this, or if he brings it back to Charlie's death in order to like re-invoke that emotionality, I'm actually gonna lose it, okay? I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Myself becoming radicalized because this country is.
Black Thug, they are way different. Hassan didn't use the tweet. He didn't do the tweet on Twitch, for one thing, okay? The one that Tectone's talking about. And then, beyond that, Tectone was warned like 100 different times. He was warned. Critical Rad, you're just uninformed. It's Mr. Mooten and Dan, and nobody cares. But you're just uninformed. He was told multiple times, stop doing this or we're gonna ban you. Stop doing this or we're gonna ban you. Stop doing this or we're gonna ban you. And he just kept doing it. Yeah, obviously you can obviously you can just totally flout what the admin team is telling you repeatedly and then get banned, and it's not gonna be as bad as other things people get away with on a one-off. Obviously that will happen.
Forcing me to. These people are forcing me to because the people in charge are a fucking joke. And it's everywhere. It's everywhere. The system is broken. I don't believe it's beyond repair. But this needs to change. We are valuing people's feelings over their safety. The worst thing that I've ever done is call someone fat, call someone a whore, and
I can't, who is around this guy that nobody would go, hey, you're gonna make a video about how much of a victim you are right now? Maybe don't. Maybe don't. The worst. Sure, in terms of him getting banned. I don't know. Somebody needs to help this guy. Because, as bad as Asmongold is, I guarantee you Asmongold would have the understanding that you can't optically go live and talk about, how you're a victim using Charlie Kirk's death. This is the worst optics. And anybody who doesn't call this out for the disgusting, self-victimization, weaponization of a murder, of an assassination that he's virtue signaling about, and he, flips it into concern trolling over his bans, it's insane. This is an insane proposition. This is an insane concept. I don't see how anybody could possibly support this guy. He's this is the worst commentary I've seen on this issue so far today. Honestly, I find this more disgusting than Asmongold just being we're coming for you, leftists. Yeah, you're all valid targets now. I find this grosser. I find this more gross than Asmongold's video. This is somehow, at least Asmongold might be motivated by, some kind of higher purpose or some shit like this, okay? But this Tectone video is fucking nuts.
and then said, kill yourself to a chatter. And I am one of the most punished people on the internet for what?
Dude.
Goku just tipped $5.
Oh,
Hey,
let's go, Goku.
I heard your political polarization and violent rhetoric epidemic is pretty strong. Let me fight it.
Okay, thank you for the... That is actually an accurate Goku donation. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, I appreciate that Goku doesn't care about morality. He just wants to fight people who are strong. I like it. Okay, thank you. Holy shit, this Tectone guy. This Tectone guy is...
The worst thing that I've ever done is call someone fat, call someone a whore, and then said, kill yourself to a chatter. And I am one of the most punished people on the internet for how long I've been banished.
Ooh, he said he was going to kill that chatter, by the way. Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah, I don't care, Black Ice. I don't care. I thought that Z video was super funny. Everybody's trying to make it about Charlie Kirk. I'm literally laughing at Z for hopping on a stream and going, we're so fucked, man. We're so fucked. And Destiny trying to save her. And she's like, yeah, as a country, but we're so fucked, man. That's what's funny there, okay? Anybody who's calling that harassment is a retard. Feel embarrassed. Feel embarrassed, okay? It's just funny. And deal with it being funny.
For. And you have people on the internet calling for the death of people online and falsely calling people rapists.
He can't even effectively concern troll over Charlie because he just keeps bringing it back to himself every fucking time
on a daily basis. Do we not understand what's going on here?
Dude, listen. He didn't understand what real pain was today until he saw what happened to Charlie, okay? He's getting his tattoo, he didn't know what real pain was. And we thought that was, you know, he saw Charlie die, but it wasn't Charlie dying that caused him pain, actually. It was him realizing that he suffers even worse than Charlie did, okay? That people call him a rapist, and he doesn't get to end his suffering like Charlie did. He has to be called a rapist every day for the rest of his life, and that's the real pain.
You all have been fed so many lies that you will believe your entire life because the people in charge want you to believe those lies. They want to keep you underneath their thumb, and they want you to believe everything that they're saying is the truth. And you want to know the reality is, guys, the people who really want you to think that they're a good person, those are the worst people. They are.
Punish
and I find it so...
Just tipped $5 when Charlie Kirk was shot through the neck. I was shot through the... He might have died, but I have it worse. I lived.
God. It really is. It really be like that, though, okay? Tectone has to live with the image of Charlie Kirk dying and knowing that Charlie Kirk will never know that Tectone is not a rapist, okay? That's the reality Tectone has to live in.
So fucking ridiculous that all these fucking libs who say, oh man, we're the side of peace, understanding, and tolerance. Yeah, it's been very good seeing all that peace, love, and tolerance while you celebrate the death of a innocent fucking man, and how you make fun of Irna, a innocent
Irna
civilian being slaughtered on public transit.
Bring it back to yourself. You can't just, this is the other thing though. This is him weaving those things back in, right? Like he's literally, Charlie, Irna, me. The biggest victims, guys. Charlie was killed. Irna was killed. I was called a rapist by Tedums. Tedums called me a rapist, but Charlie was killed and Irna was killed and I was called bald. Dude, it's actually, it might just be performance art. I don't know. This guy is like unbelievable. This is actually fucking insane.
What a fucking joke. I feel disgusted. I feel ashamed. And this was a horrible day, not just for America, but for everybody on this goddamn fucking planet. Something needs to change very soon.
Okay. Brother, people on this planet got bigger. People everywhere around the world get killed for the dumbest shit every fucking day. I feel bad for Charlie Kirk, okay? I feel bad for Charlie Kirk's family. But that's just an insane thing to say. There are people who, like, don't know where their next meal's coming from. They haven't eaten in, like, 2 days. You think they're concerned about a political assassination happening in another country? What do you mean it's a terrible day for the world? Nobody else cares.
Thoughts and prayers to Charlie's family. Thoughts and prayers to Charlie himself. You are a wonderful human being.
Rainbow Dash just tipped $5. Tectone is proving that we all need to get percent cooler so that we can love and tolerate even people like him.
Uh-huh. I don't know about that. I don't know if there's a time where I could tolerate this shit. Another Anthony Jeselnik enjoyer? No. That was a Bill Burr bit that I was doing. Oh, hold on.
You can't make new friends if you don't fight. Maybe one day I'll become friends with the political polarization and violent rhetoric epidemic.
Okay. Thank you, Goku.
You've gone far
for the
too
5.
soon. And I am so sorry this happened to you, Charlie. If you are watching this video, I know today's been very hard. It's been hard for the past week. Even I, who I'm trying to get myself... I'm trying to
He is about to cry! He is about to fucking cry! His eyes are literally watering. This might actually be worse than the video where he cried about Hassan calling his dad a rapist. This might actually be worse. This might be even worse. He's reached a new level of, like, victimization over nothing that happened to him. He's taken somebody else's problems and he's turned himself into the victim. This is so much worse, actually.
Rewire my brain and how I think about things and trying to fix myself. But I see all this nastiness in the world, and it doesn't discourage me. It motivates me to come back even stronger when I do. Shout outs to Zach and his dad. I hope you guys are doing the best you can. There's a lot of pain in this world right now, and they're going to try to divide us. Stay strong together. If you're watching this video, I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for watching. God bless America. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. And I hope I see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
There's no way that you could be this narcissistic that you make this video and you just can't see it at all.
I'm Naruto Uzumaki, and when I become Hokage, I'll end this political polarization and violence epidemic. Believe it.
Believe it. Okay. Dude. Hi. This fucking Tectone guy. I'm like actually, I can get like a little performatively angry sometimes. I get like actually angry watching Tectone. Like there's just, you shouldn't be able to grow being this kind of person. Like maybe we just need, I don't know, to say like machine learning to figure out who these people are. Like I can tag the creators who like need to like be deplatformed. Like Tectone's just the worst. He's the worst person, the worst human. There is nobody worse. He is the worst. He is the number one, the absolute worst. That's crazy.